Mic check, mic check, mic check. All praise, glory, and honor, hallelujah, to the creator of heaven and earth. Forever live his anointed, beloved Son. In the hearts and minds of the faithful elect. May you brothers and sisters find peace, love, happiness, balance, life, power, healing, and all the above. If I can be heard, give me a Yahoo up in the chat. Bless up, bless up, bless up. Bless up, bless up. All praise to the creator of heaven and earth. All praise to the creator of the heavens of heavens and the worlds of worlds without end. Dealing with the creator of heaven and earth. You know what I mean? See y'all in the building. Bless up. Shalom, family, and be one. What you mean, big brother? All right, bang. Plug that on in. Let me see what y'all looking like. I know I need to go ahead and grab this Septuagint out too. I might have to get into some of that today. Wow. Shit. Shalom, shalom, family. Bless up, bless up, bless up. Yo. Trey, what's the word? Young King. How you be, brother? Blessings upon blessings, King. All right. I hit that like button, that share button. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Get them algorithms popping. Y'all know how we do. Y'all know how we do in the building. All right. All right, y'all going on. My bad. Got a few things going on in the back. Bless up. Good to see the family in the building. Bless up. Bless up. All praise to the creator of heaven and earth. All praise to the creator of the heavens of heavens and the many worlds without end. Caught up in this cycle, baby. You dig? Good to see y'all, though. Y'all hit that like button, that share button. Y'all see the title, Bloody Lamb Chop Session. We're going to get into it a little taste. All right, hit that like, share. Big homie Nehemiah, if you listening, I already sent you the link, bro. Young Darius Yashar, or young Yashar, that is. That ain't Darius Yashar. Bless up, King. What's up with the young prince? What's up, my brother, man? Blessings to you. Blessings to your family. BG, what up, BG? K Cool in the building. Jerry Manuel, Aubrey Yah in the building. Bless up. Jeremiah. I got a son named Jeremiah, man. Jeremiah Ben Israel. My beloved brother, bless up. Kila Olam Kazdo, bless up, bless up. Good to see the brothers and sisters. Look like y'all been weathering the storm. Despite the many innuendos of mumble mouth Negroes, we still here. And for that, we give all praise to the creator of the heavens of heavens and the many world without end. You dig? How y'all doing, though? How y'all doing? Bless up. Dang. All right, let me show something real quick. Everybody about to go crazy. Hallelujah. That what's up, Trey? What's up, brother? Blessings, blessings. I want to show y'all something real quick. We're going to go over the calendar, too. The 2022 priestly calendar. Based off the Dead Sea Scrolls and the Book of Enoch. I know that may be too much like high science for some of the brothers and sisters, but that's how we rock over here. And then we deal with the science, we deal with the math, right? Deal with all of it. As long as it ain't no type of reference to no type of God or deity, we worship the creator over here. So, right? And we follow Messiah as the example. So, we deal with it all. We deal with the metaphysics. We deal with the esoteric. We deal with the science, the math. We deal with it all because you're dealing with the creator. You're dealing with the creator. Why not? Why not? Especially in an age where everything is superstitious there, but everything's witchcraft, evil. And then when you put somebody on the mat, like, all right, so what other so-called deities are being referenced? You see other nations, you don't realize like we are the masters of this thing you call earth. We are the teachers, the mouthpiece of the creator. You know what I mean? Through spiritual progression, right? Ye are the ones that all that divine knowledge. Matter of fact, they're using your knowledge against you to still rule you. Are you claiming curses? I'm so weak, I'm just cursed. Yeah, they're using your knowledge against you. They're using your science, your math. Right? It's just the wrong people that got it. That's all it comes down to, man. And but look, we ain't even mad because certain people are just not on the vibration or the level to receive certain information. So that's all. That's all. If you can't receive it, you just can't receive it. If it don't resonate with you, can't nobody force you into that. Right? Your matters with your creator. Always know that, believe that. We're not looking for students, soldiers. We ain't looking for none of that. You dig? It's your brothers and sisters. That's all I am. I'm just your brother. Indeed and truth. You know what I mean? And we can always glean off each other. I'm going to show y'all some of this, though. As the world turns. As the world turns. All right. Now, what I just said may have been a little bit too heavy for certain folks. That's all right. That's all right. Look at me. All right. But you can cancel any of that talking about throwing witchcraft tactics over here because we serve, worship, and reverence the creator of the heavens of heavens and the many worlds without end. That's what we serve. All right. Our example in the flesh is Mashiach. Period. Other than that, we are brothers and sisters. I'm hitting you with something. The angels are your brothers. You see what I'm saying? So that's a lot. Even when you're dealing with, say, all right, say we get into some mysteries, right? We go deal with the design of Solomon's temple. All right. We deal with the design of Solomon's temple. And you get up into the sanctuary. Now, mind you, the average Israelite don't get into the sanctuary. He don't got the privilege of coming into the courtyard, let alone the actual sanctuary of the temple. All right. And then you got what's called, after the sanctuary, you guys called the Holy of Holies, where the Ark of the Covenant was at. All right. So the floor plan of the temple, when you look at it, for anybody that know anything about building based off blueprints, when you look at the floor plan of the temple that Solomon had commissioned to be built, it looks like a man laying down. All right. So the holiest of holies, if it's based off man's anatomy, the Holy of Holies, where the Ark of the Covenant was at, where the Most High met with man at, the high priest a certain time of the year, is equivalent to right here, what you call your temple today. Because this is where the Most High meet with you at, right? In your mind. I should have followed my first mind. You know what I mean? All right, well, that's the Almighty speaking to you. Been speaking to you. You don't need to be under no type of government control religion to hear the voice of the Almighty. He's been speaking to you since before you can remember. All right, so when you look at the floor plan of Solomon's temple, all right, if you look at the floor plan from above, I'm gonna pull something up online so y'all can see it. It looks like a man laying down. So by the time you get up into the sanctuary, which is all this anatomy up in here from like the waist on up. Now you're inside the physical building. You understand? You got the sanctuary, which would be this. Veil would be your neck. And then the Holy of Holies, where the Ark of the Covenant would be your head or your mind. All right. So if you get into the design of Solomon's temple, not only do the floor plan look like a man lying down, when you get to the specific designs, like the decorations, decked out with all gold. Okay. Nothing wrong with that, but then it's carvings of angels, cherubims, trees, fruit. There's all type of decorations that you wouldn't be caught dead with today in your house. Like if I invited y'all to my house right now, y'all walked in and all the walls are gold plated, right? All the walls are gold plated with carvings of cherubims, angels in them. How many people gonna blow a blood vessel and hollow out idolatry? Malaki got graven images in his house. So I'm saying that to say this, like what you throwing out so quick, so with the witchcraft and this witchcraft, a certain knowledge is just certain Israelites are just on certain levels when it comes to the knowledge, when it comes to the science, when it come down to what's esoteric and what's not. All right, every Israelite didn't have the privilege of seeing what the priest saw. The priest was inside of the Most High's, or the so-called Temple of Solomon. You feel me? Your average Israelite wasn't in there. From the tribe of Gad, Gad wasn't in there. Zebulon, Asher, Judah. You understand? Everybody wasn't privy to the high knowledge or the high science. Everybody wasn't. You know what I mean? Because that course fell on certain Levitical tribes. So if that wasn't who you was, if your job was not in the temple, then you wouldn't have been dealing with the knowledge the priest was dealing with, from the Holy of Holies to the presence of the Almighty coming down over the Ark of the Covenant. All right, to angels appearing to John the Baptist's father, Zechariah, while he's burning incense at the altar of incense. You understand? To the tables of showbread, to the 70 lights coming off of 10 menorahs that have 7 lights apiece. All right. Like you dealing with, like, if your house was designed like the temple was designed that we read about, everybody would say that you was into witchcraft. Everybody would say that you into idolatry. Everybody would damn near condemn you. And then you'd be like, okay, let's look at the temple that was built in. Let's look at it. And you start seeing different symbolism in that. And then why you wasn't saying that? This was so-called idolatry and witchcraft. Oh, brother, well, see, so our thing is, as a people, we got to stop being afraid of what we don't understand. All right, if you don't understand it, maybe it's just not for you to understand at that time. But turn around and throw something out there like brothers and witches and all that. Man, we seen what that was about. You know what I mean? We seen what that was about. You dealing with men. You dealing with a certain brother that got PTSD. He just ran around, put a battery in the other brother back, and you know. But I mean, that's what's up. But you just ain't there yet, or maybe you'll never be there. But stop all that, because I'm gonna call you to the mat. Witchcraft. Oh, okay. What gods is being referenced? What rituals are we doing? That's what you talking about? Are you talking about the knowledge that we have energy centers within our anatomy? Hell, everybody know that. You got energy centers. Okay. Glandular highways, endocrine system. Huh? And there are centers or energy clusters at the edges of these so-called glandular highways that make up your endocrine system. The world call it a chakra, or a vortex, or a wheel within the wheel. This is basically, you got motion. You're electromagnetic. You're a walking battery. That's why some of you can feel it when electricity shoot up your spine. You understand? Or you feel like the Most High is like touching you. You feel me? Like you feel like the hairs on your head and stood up. And you see what I'm saying? Like on a scientific level, that's just, you understand? You are a walking battery. You're electromagnetic. Yes, you have energy centers, what the world calls chakras, within your anatomy. Absolutely. Absolutely. You understand? So what are you mad about? Because a brother understand, because matter of fact, brothers and sisters who have testimonials of healing. See, it ain't a theory once someone has put it into practice and say, no, I actually, perform some spiritual healing by laying hands, like the Bible tell you to lay hands. Well, I laid hands over certain portions of the body, and that knotted up ball of energy moved out the way. You know what I mean? It's just to feel good. The brother feel good. You dig? So that's certain knowledge that come with healing. Now, just like with any knowledge, can somebody use that knowledge to work wickedness? Of course. Of course. Of course. But the knowledge itself is not wicked. And it's time for us as a people to mature. You got to mature in this thing. You see what I'm saying? If what you hearing is not for you, just stay in your lane. Stay in your lane, but don't call for these precepts and get bagged down, because that can happen. You understand? Like, we can do a spiritual wager, put it online. If it's wrong, can't teach it no more. If you wrong, you gotta apologize, repent, and can't teach it no more either. Like, if that's where you want to go with the information, we can do that too. Or we can just chop it up. Just see where everybody intellect or wisdom is at, dealing with the scripture. Like me, I'm with it, whatever. Like, what you saying? Like, you saying we witches? Then all right, well, let's put it on the line then. Like, we gonna come out with everything, all the knowledge and research that we have, and let's let the nation decide if that's what it is. And if we wrong, then we'll stand down. right? But will you do the same thing? Are you willing to do a spiritual wager? I ain't that serious. Oh, okay, well, we can holler live publicly, or we can do it privately. It's just that simple, man. So yeah, I mean, earlier this week it was some men in a hissy fit running around, and I'm just getting tagged in that. Man, I'm not gonna read all this. What's going on now? So and so think that the energy centers, or what the world calls chakras in your body, is witchcraft. I said, what you mean, like the knowledge that we have them, or what you like? I ain't understanding. What's wicked? You talking about what? Oh, what somebody can take knowledge of the Almighty and then turn it and use it for wicked practices? They do that with everything. Hell, they doing that with the rainbow now. Correct? Right? Most y'all wouldn't even wear a rainbow because of what the LGBTQ community. Knowledge in itself is not wicked. Or it's not the knowledge that's wicked. You understand? It's the application of the knowledge by the individual putting that knowledge into use. You understand? For example, a gun is not wicked. It can be used to protect family, protect yourself. You feel me? Or it can be used to shed innocent blood. The gun in itself is not what's evil. It's the person applying the knowledge of the weapon. That's it. It ain't even like so regardless of what type of science or math that you into or whatever, you understand, the knowledge in itself is not evil. It's not. Now, can somebody use knowledge and bring about wicked manifestations? Absolutely. But y'all, that's with any knowledge. People, they do that with the Bible. Do that with the Bible. You understand? They do that with the Bible. The KKK used to hang and burn and rape, pillage, and village, and read out the Bible. Slave, obey your master. We said the Bible is wicked, or is it the individual putting the knowledge of the Bible that's using or applying the knowledge of the Bible to bring about a wicked manifestation? Or is the person or the individual using the Bible? You see, we got to stop that, y'all. Just because you understand, especially when you get into like the deeper levels of the Torah and all that, man. The Hebrew, the gematria or the gematria, because each letter got numbers, and man, you start getting into a lot of that stuff. You be like, dang, that's wow. There ain't no coincidence that add up to that, and man, that's deep. You see, so I'm saying that to say this, y'all's levels. Even when you get into one of the Enoch books, it tell you that there's over 360,000 layers to the Torah. You see that? 360,000 layers. So we not to, just because we don't understand where brother or sister is coming from, how about you be real with the brother and sister and say, hey, explain to me something. I heard you say this, but I'm kind of confused. Help me out. At least have a conversation. That's all this hissy fitting and running and creating groups and blocking everybody and throwing somebody out. And you got everybody mad. And I'm like, bro, look, I done been put out of worse places than these. Man. So it don't, or better places than these. It don't mean that. Like, but certain people mad. So because they started to grow some type of, fellowship bond. And then for certain men that ain't even about none of that. Like, we about that action. You ain't even about that. You dig? And then brothers and sisters may have a different understanding. And then just with the quickness, you blocking. Like, bro, what kind of is that? Why wouldn't you be willing to rap with the brothers and sisters? You see what I'm saying? But it's all good, though. It's all praises, So I'm just telling you, brothers and sisters, to endure all that. You understand? Because you're going to go through a lot of things in this so-called quote-unquote truth. Some dark times in your life. You understand? But you got to be resolved to serve the Creator and follow the example of Mashiach. You know what I mean? Follow that all the way to take that all the way in. You're not in this walk to really, dilly do neighbor and be buddy old pals and pen pals with everybody and all that. Like, we in this to progress spiritually. And then when our time is up here, we graduate to the university. You feel me? Well, that's what it's all about. Bless up. Let me show y'all something, though. All right. Dino in the building. Right. Key live. Bless up. The trade. Good analogy with the rainbow. Yeah. Because, people use People use what the Most High has created, but they'll manipulate it and use that for their own advantage. You dig? But with nobody around, and you wouldn't catch a Hebrew with a rainbow garment on, with fringes flowing, a rainbow garment. You know why? You know why? Because the rainbow today is associated with a perverse lifestyle that we don't want no parts of, even though the rainbow was made by the Creator. So is the rainbow evil, or is the LGBTQZ movement evil? How do you call the rainbow evil? To the point Israelites won't even be around nothing with rainbow. You know what I mean? 9D, my beloved sister, bless up. Prince Blake in the building. I see you, King. Bless up. Charles Israel, the Bronze City Bomber, baby. Bless up. Yeah, you won't catch an Israelite with a rainbow garment. You know what I mean? Draped around the paps with a girdle. Stop it, man. Finesse Williams in the building. Bless up. I see you. All right, let me go ahead and show y'all. So shalom, double shalom to all my brothers and sisters in YouTube and on Facebook. Let me share this with y'all real quick. Bless up. That's right, Yeshaya. Rainbow around the throne of the Most High. But you won't catch no Israelites dead with that on. You know what I mean? Okay. Now watch this, y'all. This was kind of interesting to me. Yeah. Because as y'all know, it ain't no more COVID, right? Ain't no more COVID. It's all Russia, Ukraine now. Ain't no more COVID. Y'all do know that, right? Herd immunity, they've achieved it.
Right now, your brothers and sisters.
Why everybody was running around scared.
Outside Ukraine's embassy.
Why everybody running around scared of the boogeyman. You dig? And why that deal kept mutating and doing this thing, you dig? Now the distraction is Ukraine. And they not even talking about COVID. They not even talking about COVID no more. COVID and, eased off the scene. You see what I'm saying? And look at us. We like bump all that. We ain't finna be dealing with that. Because believe it or not, chewing on animals, it heats up your blood. Poisons your blood. Makes you acidic. We're going to talk about it today. We're going to get into some of the Septuagint too. But let me show y'all this, right? This video right here is from Sky News. Sky News uses actor for Ukraine video. Have y'all ever heard of crisis actors? Because that's what's going on. Crisis actors. Meaning there are people who are hired. COVID left the chat. That's right. There are people that are hired, actors that are hired doing these so-called crises and epidemics and pandemics and so-called marches. But there are people that are hired by these different agencies to come in and infiltrate and to be so-called agent provocateurs. And the same thing is going on over in Ukraine. Now watch some of this. That's right. That's the PSYOP, Aubrey. PSYOP. Russia cured COVID. What'd you say, Roddy Rod? Roddy Rod, that's my brother right there. Roddy Rod said, yep, I seen a crisis actors eating a sandwich on one. I was hollering. I bet you was, man. Now, y'all talking about the PSYOP. Now, watch this. Let me show y'all this, man. I'm like, these heathens is crazy. Anything to keep you distracted.
Outside Ukraine's embassy in London, a steady stream of men come to find out how they can join up to fight.
You can send email, a letter for this address, and he contact with you and said what you must do.
This was a clip shown by Sky News, which shows a young man that wants to go to Ukraine and fight. He doesn't know how to fight. He doesn't know the language.
It's Tasneem Akinji here. I thought it'd be important to caution people against that because of the provision of UK criminal law prohibiting that, really.
And oh yeah, he's joined by a 60-year-old man who also wants to fight.
And you're prepared to go to Ukraine and fight?
Yeah, I can get on a flight tomorrow.
And if you don't mind asking, how old are you?
I'm 60.
I mean, look at him. He's barely standing up as it is. What he's going to do there, only Allah knows.
That's agenda.
Assalamu alaikum, guys, and welcome to another episode of Smile to Jannah. Muslims wanting to fight abroad has been seen as such a taboo that even if you were to consider defending or contextualizing their reason for doing so, that's enough for the government to go, hang on a minute, prevent, get over it, mate. And even when Muslims get Eid messages, there's normally a clause in there to say, stop the terrorism.
Shut up.
And certain Muslim personalities are told to go around giving this anti-terrorism message. I'm compelled to ask, will the same prevent that's used against Muslims be used against Ukraine? Will famous YouTubers be told to tell these people to stay out of it, mate? Now, I know what you're thinking. Liz Truss, the Foreign Secretary of the UK, is okay with people going. In fact, here we can see Sky News is not putting these people off.
But they're utterly convinced of the cause. Are you afraid?
Of course I am.
It is somewhat glorifying it, or somewhat tacitly saying, yeah, I mean, you gotta do, you know what I'm saying?
If I'm this scared and this apprehensive, and what are the people over there going through?
So I was compelled to ask the legend Muhammad Tasneem Akunji, yes, the lawyer that smashed Tommy Robinson, mate. Yeah, it took him to court, and I think Tommy Robinson's had to pay hundreds and thousands of pounds, mate. He violated him.
Under Section 4 of the Foreign Enlistment Act 1870, it's an offence for a British subject to enlist in the military of a foreign state who is at war with another foreign state with which the UK is at peace. Now, Ukraine is a foreign state. It is at war with Russia. And technically, at the moment, despite the rhetoric, the UK government have not declared war on Russia. So we're in a state of peace with Russia. More importantly, it's also a criminal offence under Section 5 of the Foreign Enlistment Act to even leave the UK with the intent to serve a foreign state, again in the circumstances where that state is at war with another state who's at peace with the UK.
There you go, mate. It's illegal. According to British law, mate, it's illegal. Will the United Kingdom be changing its law when it comes to Ukraine? The next thing I wanted to say, this just gets juicier and juicier. There are pictures coming out that this guy is an actor. Are Sky News using crisis actors? And if so, why? Again, it comes down to this question. Are you trying to encourage people to go there? And let's just say, for argument's sake, he's not a crisis actor. Yeah, maybe he is and the Mr. Grandpa next to him is not. Okay, no problem. These people have been radicalized. Yes, they've been radicalized. What do I mean? A week ago, these people were fine, sitting at home, eating their pot noodles. However, now they're willing to go and get themselves killed.
Hello, yeah, we've come to join the Ukrainian army or whatever they're called.
They're not even sure of the army's name, but they're utterly convinced of the cause.
What's changed in a couple of weeks? Watching the news. So if they can watch the news and be radicalized, then I'm sorry, are Muslims not allowed to be radicalized by watching the same news again and again? You should go on Muslim social media. Every other day, something to do with Palestine, something to do with India, the Uyghurs. We're constantly being bombarded by, hey. You cannot get radicalized, you Muslims. What on earth is going on? I'm shell-shocked. That's why I'm shell-shocked. Jimbo, or whatever his name is, got radicalized in a week. Muslims have been seeing these images for years. And when a handful of us gets radicalized, oh ho ho. Thank you. And it's also worth noting, he doesn't know the language. He's not trained.
Neither of these men have any military experience. Tom runs a dog care business.
I mean, when he goes there and they're speaking to him on the radio, he's not going to understand. Yeah, who's he going to shoot? How's he going to know? He doesn't know the culture either. You know what they're going to do? They're going to stick him on the front line. And then when he dies, they're going to take pictures, send it back to the British. Look, this is what's happening to your people. You need to get involved. Lastly, if by some miracle, this Don manages to come back, as well as his friend, the dog groomer, or whoever, is the government going to take responsibility for treating their mental health, giving them PTSD support? In fact, is the law going to be okay with them coming back? Because they go not being ready for war. They're going to come back radicalized and ready for war, mate. How are you going to cater for these people? Food for thought, guys. And yet another hypocrisy that I felt compelled to highlight. And a special Jazakallah khair and thanks to Muhammad Tasneem Akunji, who was very instrumental in the research of this video and very helpful. I'm going to link his Twitter down in the description. Jazakallah khair for all the people that have been supporting me on Patreon. Guys, we need to keep this going. I know you guys have seen a significant improvement in the videos, but at the moment, we haven't hit the mark that we need to hit. Keep supporting, and let's leave it there. Until next time. Assalamu alaikum.
Okay, devoted little Muslim. All right, little devoted little Muslim. Let me go ahead and put that link back in the chat for y'all too. All right. Let's talk about it. All right. That's that link. Y'all check that out. I got another one about some crisis actors. Nehemiah said he sent me one too. So let's get to it. Nee, where you at? Come on in, man. I sent you the link. Let's work. Let's work, big homie. Let's work. All right, share screen. All right. Now watch. Now this right here was wild when I seen this. This was wild. I've seen the heathen go low before, but this right here was just something that was just like, come on, man. All right. Was dead crisis actor caught waking up on Ukrainian, I guess it's a floor or something like that. Man, look at this. Was dead crisis actor caught waking up on Ukrainian TV. Now trip off this. I let you know, like a lot of these things, especially a lot of the pictures that we be seeing of any type of conflict. But recently, of course, it's the Ukraine and Russia, right? Yo, what you've been seeing on the news is footage that's at least 2 years old. Like they'd be like, oh, this was Russia bombed Ukraine last night, but it'd be footage from 2 years ago, and it'd be in Spanish. It don't even be in like the Slavic, Slavic tongues like Russia, Ukraine. Oh, that German and that Russian. There ain't none of that. So in other words, it's a video that was recorded more than likely in Spanish America. You know what I mean? More than likely either in South or Central America or in Spain, but more than likely this went down amongst the Hispanics. It'd be old footage. And here we go, like, oh man, dang, y'all, these be crisis actors, and it be old footage. All right, that right there was that one. All right, now watch this. Watch this, y'all. Now, dude, remind you this. Dude supposed to be dead. He's supposed to be dead. Now, watch this, man. This is nuts.
People are sharing this video as evidence that the Ukrainians are lying about people dying in the Russian invasion.
Oh no!
While this reporter is speaking, one of the dead people is seen fiddling with his body bag that is blowing in the wind. Shocking.
Oh no! Then somebody run on set and try to get them together like, hey man, you tripping, what you doing? Yo, everybody that's supposed to be dead bodies in Ukraine. Those supposed to be dead bodies. Look at that. Man, I'm about to start this over, y'all. You can't make this up. I see Nehemiah, the big homie in the back chat. Let me bring him on the screen real quick. Nehemiah, big homie, bless up. Let me know when you Man, this is crazy.
Oh, wait a minute. Hey, man, I'm sitting there. Hey, bro, man, hey, why you bring me?
What is going on in the world? Dang. mean?
Why you bring me in while I'm laughing, bro?
Bruh.
Like, oh my God.
Bruh, come on, man.
Hey, Mally, let me hit this sound bit real quick.
Hey,
Oh,
hey, man.
oh man.
Hey, man.
Hey, bro, this popped dead in my spirit with that. When I see that, I said, Lord.
Oh my God. Bruh.
Oh, bro, you can't make this up.
Hey, man.
Oh my God, bro. Hey, we done seen the raising of the dead, bud.
Bruh.
By the heathen.
Did you see old girl run on set and try to get them together?
Bro. Mike Wood was sending me that one I just sent you in your email.
Okay.
Bro, another one, bro. An Israelite, you know, I'm going by the content maker. I'm assuming it's an Israelite because they got the fringes in there. But Boots a film the airplane trip, the ticket amount, the train trip. And look, soon as they got to the train station in Ukraine, the whole staging of everything, bro. Sirens come on every 20 minutes, this, that, and the third. Show the next day, man, ain't a bomb going off. Bro, it's only 15 minutes. You ain't got to do the whole 15.
Okay.
Put it in the room so they can check it out on their own time, bro.
Man, this is crazy.
But, bro, listen what you said and understand how it makes sense. Don't act like we ain't used to crisis actors and psyops here in the States. How much more broad when they got called on COVID? Say what you said. Do you realize what you said?
What's that?
COVID done disappeared.
Oh, yeah, COVID.
It took a back seat.
I've been telling people that all day. I've been bumping to with the mask on. I said, yeah, I'm going to take the mask off. COVID, y'all ain't heard COVID out here. It's about Ukraine and Russia now. COVID out here. You don't even hear nothing about no COVID no more.
Bro, half of the people don't even remember what the news was before COVID.
Exactly.
Like, what was on your news TV every day? And when you understand, look, and I sent out a video a long time ago, all of them are on the same Telegram script. All the news all around the world in the U.S. are on the same Telegraph script.
Yeah, you said that. I remember, man, if you can find that again, that'd be powerful.
I'm on it right now. I sent it to you.
Man, I remember you sent that. I remember that.
Bro, they all on the same script, bro. Same script, different cast. That's what my girl Whitney Houston had put that song out with Deborah Cox. Same script, different cast, bro. Man,
that's crazy, bro.
Hold on, bro. I gotta run it one more time.
Oh my God. Hey, man.
Oh, but see, look, in order to, because they've been called on it. Like I told people a long time ago, if you still taking boosters, you ain't following the science, you following the media. The science failed. If you are still booster after booster after booster after booster telling you that the COVID vaccine is not working.
Right.
Hold on. How many of y'all back in the day when they came out with that polio, how many of y'all took a polio booster? How about syphilis? How about lockjaw? How about measles? How about mumps? You don't take boosters. If you got the cure, you got it.
Right.
You don't keep boosting it. But yeah, man. Let me hit my people one more time, man. Why Malaki he can't stop me, y'all. I gotta hit y'all with it one more time. Oh my God. Hey, y'all. You can't make this up, man. The dead is hey, look, the COVID along with the Ukraine then brought the dead back to life, bro. See that dude right there who was dead under that sheet? He had COVID. He came back to life because he wanted COVID to live no matter what Ukraine had going on. I'm just throwing that out there. Man, it is an amazing time right now. I'm watching other lights. Oh, the rumors of wars and wars and rumors of wars and wars. I said, bro, you don't even understand the timetable. See, we went over class last time. when you understand the timetable of events, you know this ain't the God that made God.
Right.
People out here losing their mind over that.
Right. Right.
Because you ain't got Christ on the scene. Oh, Mashiach, or Yahshua, Yahoshua, Yahweh Shah, whatever you at. But, hey, look. These people are wickedly wise. And the whole thing is all about distraction. Because, listen, remember, your enemy came to change times, laws, and everything else. So, in order to keep God's people in disarray, they got to sell you the BS. If I sell you COVID, if I sell you Ukraine, if I sell you global warming, if I sell you the economy is failing and inflation is rising, then I fool you a little bit with minimum wage all the time, keeping you away from the deepness and spirituality of dropping the meat and tapping into the spirituality and return to the Most High from the original Genesis 1:29. And you see where I can go with that?
Absolutely.
Anything to keep you off the path of spirituality. You jump through so many hoops, bro. You do not live in this world. You live in a box. If you lived in this world, the box can't hold you. How you bring the Most High down into a box? Something so infinite. You know what I'm saying? Make him so finite. Something so large that the mountains can't hold him, but you put him in the pagan church house. Do it make sense? It keeps you so distracted you can't find your way to the truth. And then you got these gatekeepers in church, these gatekeepers in the Israelite movement. You know what I'm saying? The one bro, man, bro. Bros get mad when you sit here and try to have a conversation about something that's different from the doctrine. Like you said before I came on, it ain't nothing but a sit down or a conversation. We can go live, we can be in private.
Yeah.
It ain't about, who's right, it's about what's right. I can watch you have debates with Egyptologists, other Israelites groups. You can have non-Messianics of your former congregation, all in your house. But your brothers who still bang the foes and still bang Christ as king, he ain't got no conversation for that. And half of the time you falling off getting sick, guess what you sneaking doing on the down low? Eating like a Nazarene. Trying to get your health back right.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Y'all, hey, look, in this time, I'm not so much worried about the world stage. The world stage, let it be what it be. Let the dead bury the dead. Don't let nobody take you off your spiritual run with the Most High. Don't fall into pig heart transplants. What? Man, bro, it's so much madness out here, bro.
Yes,
Like,
it
us who stay here in Missouri, did y'all know the first black man that went to try to get enrolled in Missouri in the school of law, they denied him. Took it to the state courts, they denied him. Took it to the Supreme Court, they granted either you have to build him a school for him to access because he black and want to study law, or you have to allow him to enroll. He won the case. Came up missing, never to be seen again. Body ain't even been found. Stuff like that I be tripping off of. You catch what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
How Emmett Till can get done. People make admission. I understand double jeopardy according to their law. You know what I'm saying? But, bro, I'm just saying, y'all, please do not get distracted. The world wants you marching to the beat of their drum. Eat my meat. Why you think all these cooking shows out here with all these abominations and all these children on the Hell Kitchen Dude show making all these abominations? Why do you think they in school pushing sexuality when you weren't even supposed to hear about sexuality until you at least got to high school and you had to have a dang on permission, consent from a parent? Now you got gender identity. Like, look, children can't even decide what clothes to wear, let alone what food to cook, let alone how what you put ice cream and carrots in front of a child, they gonna take ice cream. They can't even choose what toys to play with and not fight each other over which toys. But they can choose to be gender neutral. You have to be extra careful out here, y'all. The trickery is in the distraction. That's why Christ was straight missile focused. The will of my Father. That's all he dealt with. He ain't deal with, well, you know they over there. Man, ain't on that nothing, man. I'm ready to do the will of my Father. Well, they say, you know, I engage in some of that. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know, they say over here this should be, but what do you say? Oh, well, we talking about my Father on the low, so I'm gonna hate you with that. But see, the thing is, the same people that you're here talking about the things we talk about now is the same people that Christ dealt with. And the same people that went to go kill Christ, the same people who came up to try to kill against us and you. They don't want to hear nothing about, if you ain't talking about Moses, they don't even want to hear you no more. And they ain't even keeping Moses. Hell, in Jerusalem, they wasn't even keeping Moses in the time of Hamashiach. How you keeping Moses' laws, but the Ark of the Covenant is not available to you? The Ark of the Covenant disappeared with Jeremiah. These people be trying to lay heavy burdens on y'all, bro. Stay spiritual, stay focused, filter the noise out. That's the only way you can chime into the spirit of the Ruach of Hamashiach and Christ. Well, Hamashiach, Christ, but the Most High. You can't hear him with all that noise going on. And remember what we've been telling everybody the whole time, Mally. Learn to hear the voice of the Most High again.
Yeah.
Learn to hear that again. You heard it when you was younger. That voice that told you shouldn't go in your mama purse. You didn't know no laws that said thou should not steal. You just say, Exodus chapter 20, thou should not steal. Man, you just knew something was wrong when you did it. Even though you went against the grind and did it anyway. You know you weren't supposed to sneak nobody into your parents' house or you sneaking in somebody else's house. You've been hearing the voice of the Most High, but you forgot. Now, the so-called Negro and all that, he don't even trip out the voice of the Most High. He act on every impulse that he deals with. Every impulse. Oh, man, I wish a nigga would. I'd bust a nigga head, tear the club up. Damn. That's where we at? In the time of police brutality, lynchings, murder, last to hire, first to fire, disenfranchised black families and homes. And we in the club, tear the club up, bust a nigga head with distractions, bro.
To the white meat. A lot of distractions. Now look, let's look at this right here. Let's look at this right here. Now remind you, this is a warehouse full of corpses, allegedly, right? Man, this is crazy. Look at this.
People are sharing this video as evidence that the Ukrainians are lying about people dying in the Russian invasion. While this reporter is speaking, one of the dead people is seen fiddling with his body bag that is blowing in the wind.
Man, do y'all see this?
Shocking, isn't it? But the truth is, this video was recorded in Austria, not Ukraine. And it was recorded 20 days before the Russian invasion of Ukraine.
Y'all heard it. This is a video that was recorded in Austria, not Ukraine. And it was recorded 20 days before Russia even invaded Ukraine, which means they over there lying about what's going on in Austria as well. Lights, camera, action. It's the Truman Show. Y'all remember the Truman Show, right?
The man was also not pretending to be killed by Russians, but is protesting against the Austrian climate change policy. This video actually circulated online about 2 weeks earlier, when COVID-19 deniers used it to mislead people that the pandemic was staged, and no one is dying from it. Just like this new claim that Ukrainians are faking deaths from the Russian invasion, that claim is also false. For more details, please go to the link we shared in the description below this video. Now that you know the truth, please help us fight fake news by sharing this video out. And we would really appreciate it if you can give this video and our channel a like.
Emergency. Help convert the church into a masjid before Ramadan.
brother.
Yeah, that was crazy right there, man. It did. That ain't had nothing to do with Ukraine. That was Austria. You know what I mean? That was a straight crisis actor. It did. That was about y'all. The whole thing is about distraction. The whole thing is about distraction. It ain't about nothing else. All right. And again, trip off how they just eased the boogeyman right off that world stage. You don't even hear nothing about it no more. Trip off that. Oh, but y'all see the title, right? Y'all see the title. We got Bloody Lamb Chop Session. All right, so we're gonna talk about it. A few questions about the unleavened bread is coming up April 3rd. April 3rd is the first day of unleavened bread. We probably do some small over here on the channel live. You dig? But get it in. As long as the understanding is going forth, that's what matters. All right. I did want to go show also because you get that a lot. You get that, you know what? How y'all keep the Passover? You ain't eating no flesh. You know what I mean? Or I even heard people say that now I'm with what y'all saying, but on Passover, I'm about to chew on me some lamb, or I think the message would be received better if y'all just came out and said, but on Passover, you gotta eat you some lamb. It's commanded, Ak. You understand? So we've been hearing all this, and then some of the brothers just be like that chop it up with us, be like, well, how do we observe the unleavened bread or the Passover, whatever? So what I want to do is go over a few things. Let's go over it. All right. Nehemiah, if you can, we're gonna go to Joshua, the 5th chapter, and read verse 10 and 11 out the KJV or whatever version you want to read out of, and then we're gonna get into the Septuagint. Same verse, Joshua chapter 5, 10 and 11. This is the Septuagint with the Apocrypha. All right, so one side it'll be one of the oldest Old Testaments in the earth. Believe it or not, is a Greek English rendering. All right, one side you got Greek, other side you got English. All right, so what I want to do is compare. I want to compare what it is. All right, and the Septuagint actually is older than your Masoretic text. Your Masoretic text is what makes up your King James Bible, which makes up all the Torah, the Tanakh. That's Masorah. That's Masoretic. All right, so you talking about 9th or 10th century Common Era. All right, the Septuagint allegedly goes back to during the Greek occupation of the world, specifically Israel and Egypt. According to Josephus, Ptolemy Philadelphians. You know what I mean, had the Hebrew history commissioned to be translated from the Greek or from Hebrew into the Greek. Okay, from the Hebrew into the Greek. And that's also where you get the Rosetta Stone and all that from too. So this actually right here, this rendering is actually older than the Old Testament that you have in your KJV, believe it or not. The KJV Old Testament is a Masoretic, Masoretic. All right. Septuagint, some say it's the oldest form of Old Testament that we have. Others say no, it's the Ethiopian Bible or whatever, but definitely one of the oldest would be the Septuagint. All right. Now, Israelite elders, 70, supposedly translated the Hebrew histories, because remember, the histories was burnt. The Hebrew histories from Hebrew into Greek. All right. And this is after we left Babylon under Ezra. All right. We had what's called the Pentateuch then, and that's a whole nother topic in itself, because Ezra wrote 204 books and supposed to have 70 of them and published openly 134 books, which is supposed to be basically a carbon copy of what Moses had initially wrote down, because what Moses, by the time we got to Babylon, everything Moses wrote was burnt. Then our records got burnt again under the Greek captivity. So you got a lot of scribes coming out writing. All right. So Nehemiah, I'm about to pull this Joshua 5 up first because the question for us, we catch, well, how y'all gonna observe or keep the Passover? All right. Let's go to Joshua 5. Nehemiah, you was on social media a while back and brought this out, and I believe it was very, very powerful. All right. But I'm like, bro, look at it from the Septuagint. Look at it from the Septuagint. All right, and then you'll see. All right, let's see if we get the same understanding. All right, I'm gonna go to Joshua 5. Now, mind you, we wandered in the wilderness for 40 years. Finally, we about to take the promised land. All right, and we are under the assumption that we kept Passover the way we kept it in Egypt for 40 years while we was in the wilderness. All right, go ahead, Nehemiah, talk to us.
No, I'm just, we was talking about this a while ago, and like you said, we talked about this earlier. And the question on the table is, how you gonna keep Passover? Because you've been led to believe that, or we've been told you gotta have a lamb, you're commanded to have a lamb. Well, then what you have to do is explain how the one who was the predecessor to Moses, given authority to watch over the children of Israel, and went into the promised land, observed the Passover with no meat, and was not put to the punishment, not put to the judgment, was not put to the same writings you read in Jeremiah and Isaiah, saying that I didn't ask for none of this, who taught you that? None of this happened. All he was told, all he did was did what he was taught. So again, those who've been following understand there are different writers in what you have in your current, what you would call the Old Testament. And then what Malaki is talking about, listen, you can't be scared to look at the historical point of view. You'll run to Flavius Josephus for a lot of knowledge, and then for a lot of knowledge from a historical base. And then the historical base of an example. Me and Malaki was talking about this week. We was talking about the 430 years, right, in Egypt. Now, in your KJV, it tells you was 430 years in Egypt. But every writing older than that tells you the 430 years is compiled of Egypt and the land of Canaan.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, if you're a KJV only, then, and we the ones who make sign, sealed, sign, stamped, and sealed, and put the folds on it. We them Hebrews. But keep growing, and the Most High allow you time on this side of the sun. We have to be truthful with ourselves if we want to love our God and teach his people and deal with his people. Is that the Masoretic text is a faulted text. I'm sorry. I hate to tell you the truth. No, I don't. You need to hear the truth. You need somebody to tell you what it is, regardless if it makes them popular or infamous, which it was never about that anyway. But the whole thing was about you. Listen, this is why they hated Hamashiach. He told them the truth. How you think they felt when they said, well, from the beginning it was not so? Well, Moses gave us the law of the boys. From the beginning it was not so. Them the Negroes you dealing with today. From the beginning, eating meat was not so. Oh, no. You got the permissible will of God and you got the perfect will of God. Man, we done heard that doctrine so many times, bro. Have you just saying those words is confusion. The perfect will of God and permissible will of God. That means the confusion of God. And he's not the author of that. You see what I'm saying? So either we have to deal with the realities that there are things older, preserved in time, and accessible to those who seek truth. And it's written right there. It is. Mm-hmm. I think we should show them.
Let's get this right here. Joshua 5. And then what I want to do, we're going to read it. We're going to read it out the Septuagint. You know what I mean? Because look, when we read out the KJV, the way it's worded give those on the other side, an excuse kind of. In other words, right, you'll see what I'm saying. Read that if you can. Now, Joshua 5, let's read 10 through 11. And then I'm going to pull it up.
All right, Joshua chapter 5.
Yeah.
Verse 10. Mm-hmm. And the children of Israel encamped in Gilgal and kept the Passover on the 14th day of the month at evening in the plains of Jericho.
Right. So right there it says the Passover, right? We're going to go to Passover and say Passover is the lamb. How you having the Passover without the lamb, right? And notice what it says right there, the 14th day of the month, which is a bid, right? Now, watch this, verse 11. What does it say?
And they did eat of the old corn of the land on the morrow after the Passover.
On the morrow after the Passover. So the naysayers will be like, well, that just say they ate unleavened bread on unleavened bread. It don't say they didn't eat no lamb, bro. Because look at it. It said on the morrow after the Passover, they ate the old corn of the land. You know what I mean? Unleavened cakes and parched corn in the self same day. See, that's where they're going to take you. Even though we see right here in plain English, this is a bloodless Passover. What I'm saying, Nehemiah, is anybody that's on the opposite or looking at it from an opposite vantage point as us, say that's just simply saying in verse 11 that they just ate unleavened bread and corn and all that the day after the Passover. That don't count out the fact that they ate some lamb on the 14th day. That's what they're going to say. You see where I'm going with that?
I know where you're going.
Right. That's what they're going to say based off how this is. Because, you know, we didn't have the conversations. Like, bro, look, right here. It ain't even no type of lamb eating going on.
Ain't no blood on no doors.
What they gonna play with it is the 14th day the Passover is mentioned, and the next day, which we all know is unleavened bread. You know what I mean? In other words, there's a difference between the Passover and unleavened bread. That's where they're gonna run to. You know what I mean? And that's why I want to show it in the Septuagint, which is older. And for the brothers that arrived at the conclusion that in Joshua 5, 10, and 11, this was a bloodless, fleshless Passover, you're exactly right. Even if somebody try to play with verse 11 and talk about on the morrow after Passover, they ate the unleavened cakes and the corn and all that. Even if they try to play that, you understand? But just us reading this in plain English and searching deep down within our spirit, guess what we understand? We understand that this was a bloodless Passover. It was fleshless. Those that still hold on to the flesh gonna say, no, verse 11 is simply saying they eating corn and unleavened cakes on the morrow after. I ain't got no problem with that. I eat unleavened bread for 7 days. You know where I'm going, right, Nehemiah?
But that's a lie, because you know they'll be trying to get some taco meat going and all kinds of stuff all after that.
We understand that. Now, watch this. That's why it's important to get into the history, family. It's important to get into every avenue of the scriptures. Because unless you understood the history, you wouldn't understand the difference between Masorah or Masoretic and the text that was there before the Masoretic. One of them is the Septuagint. So let me stop sharing my screen and pull the Septuagint up.
Hey, while you doing that, can I speak on something real quick?
Absolutely, bro. Go ahead.
Hey, look, even in verse 12, look what the Most High is still doing. In verse 12, and the manna ceased. So the Most High is still giving them manna out of heaven, which is angel food, which is not meat.
Right, exactly.
On the morrow, after they had eaten the old corn in the land, neither had the children of Israel manna anymore, right? And they didn't say meat, but manna, because the manna stopped. Mm-hmm. But they did eat what? The fruits of the land of Canaan that year.
Absolutely.
Oh, man. Now, these same Israelites will be the same ones who don't want you to have no conjecture when you debating them. Oh, no, it's what it says. No, brother, you add to the script, man. It's conjecture. But then when you show this verse, watch how they hypocritically become conjecturalites.
Exactly.
There go a new one. Conjecturalites.
Huh? There were at 12, and the manna ceased on the morrow after they had eaten of the old corn of the land. So they were eating angels' food, right? Neither had the children of Israel manna anymore, but they did eat of the fruit of the land of Canaan that year.
For the whole year, bro.
Exactly.
Ain't no meat talking about right
those
there.
of us that know plain English, that makes sense. You know what I mean? There ain't no meat talk for that Passover right there. All right. We're gonna go to the Septuagint, right? We're gonna go to the Septuagint.
You want the Bible Hub?
We're gonna read. No, I'm finna pull it up. Pull it up.
Oh, that boy ain't playing with oh boy, you ain't playing tonight, boys. I'm gonna pull it up, pull it up.
Pull it up. I'm about to pull mine up. All right, now watch this. Watch this. All right, that's the book we going into right now.
And look, if anybody know Mally right now, that's the book in the binder he just showed you. That computer, that's his keyboard. That's the keyboard of that I don't know, the iMac that he's on right now. Anybody who know Mally and seen him teach classes from the other end of the screen, that's his real computer, his real book and his table. No fake.
Exactly. So that's the Septuagint cover right there, y'all. All right, I want to show y'all that real quick. Absolutely. All right.
Let me hit mute real quick. I'm gonna run. Give me a bottle of water real quick. Oh, there go emo proof. There go the computer right there.
I just took these pictures while we was live. That's why I just took these pictures while we was live. Septuagint with the Apocrypha. Brenton, you can get all this off Amazon. All right. Now watch this. All right. We got Joshua. Show y'all that's Joshua 5. Some of y'all know your numerals. You see that tip at the top up there? Joshua, that V mean 5. So this page is Joshua the 5th chapter, verse 2, through Joshua the 6th chapter, VI 6, verse 6. All right. Now watch this. So this is Joshua 5. All right, let me go to verse 10. Now look how this reads. Look how this reads right here. This is in the Septuagint, which is older than your Masoretic text. All right. Some people get mad about it, but you know, hey, we're going to talk about it. All right, we're going to talk about it. All right, Nehemiah, let me know when you're back. You back yet?
Yeah, I never left because I seen you was pulling it up.
Okay, now, if you can, read this Joshua 5, 10 through 12 on this. And let's peep how it's worded different. Let's see if we see on the morrow.
And the children of Israel kept the Passover on the 14th day of the month at evening to the westward of Jericho on the opposite side of the Jordan in the plain. Mm-hmm. And they ate of the grain of the earth, unleavened, and new corn, not old, new corn. In this day the manna failed. After they had eaten of the corn of the land, the children of Israel no longer had manna, and they took the fruits of the land of the Phoenicians in that year.
Now look at this. This reads different, don't it, Nehemiah?
Totally different.
That's why I said let's read the Septuagint on it. You did?
Ain't no on the morrow, or how they try to use that separation of day to start unleavened.
Ain't no separating the Passover and unleavened bread, really.
Bro, it ain't even called old corn. No. New corn, we talking about grain of the earth. Mm-hmm. Ooh-wee.
Look at that. There
what
is
your unleavened bread will come
between Passover and them eating unleavened bread and new corn and the fruit of the land of Canaan or the Phoenicians that was there in that year. You see that? There's no separation. This right here is clear. Show me a Passover that without killing a lamb. Joshua 5, 10 through 12. Show them in the KJV. They're going to try to argue at verse 11 because it says on the morrow. We'll take them established that the Masoretic text, you feel me, is not older than the Septuagint. Then go open up the Septuagint, Joshua 5, and you'll see it. You'll see it. Talk to me, Nehemiah. What you think about that?
It's plain as day, bro. It's plain as day. You can't get around it, bro. And again, this comes from study. You just can't have that book in your hand And I mean, just be honest, bro. And I ain't talking about the Bible as that book is disrespect. I'm talking about you can't have the newest. Listen, you can't take the NIV and think you got all biblical knowledge. That's what all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You can't take the Jehovah Witness Bible and think you got all the knowledge. These are the newer editions of the spin of the KJV, which, so if it's spinned off the Masoretic text, and then their texts are flawed, and it was spinned off of that, all of it is flawed.
Mm-hmm.
If the ground got a crack in it, then the foundation got a crack in it. This is what it is.
We
ain't saying the Bible in totality. No, we're not saying that. Because we're reading out the Bible. We just went to an older text.
Yeah, there's different perspectives. That's what nobody really wants to acknowledge that within the nation. The Bible that you're reading is a library. It is a collection of 66 or sometimes 80 books. It's a collection. It's a library, all right, with different writing styles. It was written at different time periods under different authority, from different viewpoints, with different agendas. That's it. That's why it's different. That's why we can show in the Bible a bloody Passover or a bloody lamb, and also a Passover without blood or without flesh. You see? And it's like that on any topic. Any topic you pick, there's always a flip side to that coin. You ever trip off that, Nehemiah? Any topic you pick within the scripture, there's always a flip side to it. I mean, there's always going to be a collective of brothers and sisters that look at it opposite of how you looking at it. All right. This right here shows you Joshua 5 verses 10 through 12. All right. That's one example of a Passover without flesh and blood. You don't got blood on the doorpost or nothing.
Boy, ain't a lick of blood, ain't no roasting, ain't no fat, ain't no cooking it whole, and none of the Israelites eating the pertinences.
Not the pertinence.
And what a Levite. See, you even see the Levite, and you don't see the word sacrifice to the Most High nowhere in there. Trip off of that, bro.
Right.
This is the man who's been given stewardship over Israel in the passing of Moses in his 120th year. This is the man who was given charge to walk them over. This is the man who dealt with them walking around the wall 7 times. This is the man who was given charge to get them into the promised land flowing with milk and honey. And this is the man who ain't got no talkings of animal sacrifice, priestly lifting up of blood, nothing poured on, sprinkled on the Ark of the Covenant. Ain't none of that going on in here. Look at it, y'all. Open your Bibles and read it for yourself. Am I tripping? Who would have a better knowledge of a Passover than the man who started out with what you read? We don't tell you ain't what you read. What you read coming out of Egypt. What you read 40 years in the wilderness. But then after all those elders died off, after all those had went to sleep, Miriam, Aaron, and Moses, the children born thereof, and this generation thereafter, walked toward the land of milk and honey promised. You see what I'm saying? And then walking into that land of milk and honey that was promised, wasn't no meat. Wasn't no sacrifice right here in Joshua. Now you go up and read, you deal with some circumcision. That was going down. But you don't see no sacrifices here. So you gotta have that hard talk with yourself. That's all. And if it ain't real, it is real.
Absolutely. All praise and glory now to the Most High. So look, if y'all understand so far, that's just one example. That's one example of a Passover, a Pesach, or an unleavened bread without bloodshed. Give me
And
a
if you don't believe us, ask your spiritual leaders to check that out for you. I think that's the first. Don't never take what we say as gospel. You please always study every matter out. If you have an elder or a moray and you new to the channel, you know what I'm saying, and you giving the ear to this for the first time, write this down. Write the word down, Joshua 5:10-12. Write it down, KJV. Then write down the same one. Or also put cross-reference Septuagint or the Pentateuch. Write that down. Have your spiritual leader, if you're new to the channel, have your spiritual leader walk through that with you. Have your spiritual leader examine the situation, and you do it as well, because the Bible teaches you, study to show thyself approved, and see. And if you come up to the conclusion that there was no, and listen, don't get caught in the Hebrew Christian hypocrisy. Watch what I mean by that. When you tell somebody about these laws, statutes, and commandments and that they Israel, and they sit here, well, what about, and it look like it technically don't say that, you'll cut them off at the foot, neck, throat, and wrist. When y'all used to talk to Christians in the streets, on the corners, on the phones, and family members, you wouldn't give them leeway to add or diminish from the word. Keep that same energy right here. That makes sense, Malaki?
Absolutely.
Keep that same energy. Don't let them add or diminish. It says what it says. It means what it means.
All praises. All praises.
That picture, boy, I ain't got that much gray in my beard on that one, boy.
You say what?
I just looking at the picture when you made the screen get back big. I said, boy, I ain't had that much gray in my beard then, boy. I gotta get an updated picture. I mean, I look the same.
All good. I mean, dang, give me a 9 or something up in the chat.
Everybody went to sleep.
Example of a Passover without bloodshed and flesh being gnawed on. We should show the Passover without animals being chewed on. Y'all understand that so far? Give me a 9 up in the chat.
Oh man, I think it's Friday night, man. They went to the club and went to sleep on us, bro.
BG with the James BG Bird game in the bill. What up?
They done went to sleep. I gotta hit them with it, bro.
Oh my God! Joshua 5:10-13 is the first, or 10-12. It's the first one. How do you keep Passover if you ain't eating no lamb? You dig? Well, we got right outside of Deuteronomy is Joshua. All right. And we see that those brothers and sisters, that the entire nation that went into the land, they had a bloodless, fleshless Passover. Oh, somebody finna get mad. That's Joshua 5:10-12. If they take you there in the KJV, just let them know the Septuagint. Go back to 300 BC. It's older than the Masoretic text that your Old Testament and King James is based off of. All right, when we read out of here, we saw something different. They made no distinction between the Passover and unleavened bread. You know what I mean? Does green corn mean the same as new corn? Yeah, I believe whatever. I believe the green goes into the ripening of it or something like that. You know what I mean? I ain't a farmer, so I really don't. You know, I gotta get my green thumb together. You dig? But I believe so. I believe the green corn is the new corn. I believe so. Don't quote me on it though. All right. Anna Nails in the building. Bless up. Nandi Shay. Bless up. Bless up. Yaso. Yahosef Ben Israel. Bless up, brother. Blessing. Blessing. All right. Let me go into the from here. I want to go show something else. I want to show something else, Nehemiah.
Uh-oh.
Right, hold on, big homie. Hold on, big homie. All right. Now this is major because when we go, let's go over here. Next, probably going to go to Nehemiah's Jeremiah the 7th chapter. You should already know. I need to pull that Peshitta out too. Find that Peshitta. Show you all these older texts that read a little different, man. Crazy. All right, we're going to go to Jeremiah 7, 21 through 23, 24, 25, 26. Jeremiah 7, 21 through 26. Bless up. Let me go ahead and share the screen real quick. Now, watch this. Now, think about Jeremiah. The reason he's so powerful is because he's actually not just a prophet. He's the son of a priest. He's a Levite. Jeremiah actually is a Levite. He just so happened to be a prophet. So that's why this prophecy right here, or this testimonial that he bringing and putting forward is major. Because remember, he's a Levite. All right, he's a Levite. If anybody know anything about sacrificing and what go on in the ceremonial rites and to be ceremonial clean or unclean, it would be him. Correct, Nehemiah?
That is very, very, very correct.
He's a Levite.
That's incorrect on so many levels, boy. It's ridiculous.
Right. He's a Levite. You dig? Especially whatever course his father's part of. He's more than likely a master at that course.
Hey, bro. And because he's a son of Aaron, he definitely knows what's going on, whether he made it to high priest or officiant. He know what's going on. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely. He absolutely knows what's going on, bro.
So for him, and that's the deepness of what kind of some of the things we've been bringing out even now. Him, more than anybody, will understand what's going on, and who would be more, I would think, would be more proper in bringing something like this forward, for the simple fact he understood the ways of Moses taught to him by his father, who was taught to him by his father and his father and his father before him. Because in the Israelite culture, you have to know your lineage all the way back to Aaron.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So it wasn't no mistaking. You see what I'm saying? And for the Lord to reach out, for the Most High power of Israel to reach out through time and space, to the fact where he talked about, so everybody talk about, well, I know the numbers of the hairs on your head. That's Jeremiah. He reached through time, infinity, space to know Jeremiah so well. He knew the number of the hairs on his head. See, we say certain sound bits, but we don't put it together. We putting stories like this together. Also, the same man that he used to remove the Ark of the Covenant during the time of the rebellion, the time of the war and occupation. This is where my head, my spirit at, bro. Like, do you understand, like, how the Most High is so powerful in the way he moves?
Absolutely.
The man that I'm going to use, he's not only a man. I knew him before him. Bro, I've been living in this avatar all my life, and I can't even tell you how many hairs I got on my head.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm really saying?
Absolutely.
The hairs I had, the hairs I gained, or the hairs I lost.
Absolutely.
To call him out of the road that he was studied and understood and made ways in, to now to be the prophet. And watch this. We talked about this many times in the past. The prophet and the priest. The priests are the officiants or the officials of the house of God, you know what I'm saying, or the word of God. So they say, right? Well, so it is. But the prophet is the mouthpiece of God. If both work for Elohim, they should be on the same page. Why did Christ say, ye are the people who kill the prophets? Why do we have historical records and biblical records of Israel and the priests and the officials killing the prophets. If both of y'all are working for the same power, that part, the light should come on. There's different powers being served. Ooh-wee.
Absolutely.
So when this power called him out of the worship of the power he been taught, when he started hitting him with these type of truths, ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, bro, I think you see where my head at, bro.
Absolutely, I do. I'd say I heard corn is man-made. Is that true? If so, is man-made food lawful because corn doesn't digest? Yeah, I heard something about that a long time ago. I don't know. I mean, that makes sense. It don't digest because every time you eat it and look down in your stool,
here it go.
It's whole. It's whole. The whole
It'll clean you out.
Yeah, so you may be onto something there.
Hey, look, this is what I would say.
I really don't eat corn anyway, but yeah, you may be onto something right there. Nehemiah.
This is what I would say. Do a search, and you can find corn in history, not Israelite, just go back. And if you can find corn in the past, I don't think it's man-made. Because man back then wasn't doing what they doing now. You didn't have Monsanto 4,000-5,000 years ago. That's what I would just quickly.
All right, it's all good. It's all good. Look, let's get this Jeremiah 7. We're gonna read Jeremiah 7, 21 and 22, and then we're gonna look at it in a different version. We're gonna look at it in an older version. All right. Yeah, we going into the daggers tonight. That's what we doing. We just quick daggers. Bye. You did. How y'all keep Passover and you ain't eating on no lamb? Well, Passover.
We keep it like Joshua did.
Outside, the Passover they kept right outside Jericho was without flesh, without lamb, without slaughtering of a lamb. They did. We can read in the KJV and get an even clearer understanding when we go into the Septuagint, which is profound. I'm talking about, man, at least 1,000 years older than it. At least. You talking about 333 BC, then you got the Masoretic text. They come around in like the 9 and 1000s. Yeah, we got a problem. All right, so let's read this. All right, we're going to read this, then we're going to read the Peshitta text. All right. Again, older than your Masoretic. Now, Jeremiah 7, not 21 through 23. What we got?
All right, now I'm reading it off the screen, so just giving you a heads up. Thus said the Most High of hosts, the power of Israel, put your burnt offerings unto your sacrifices and eat flesh.
Now, stop that right there. Stop that right there. See it say right there, and eat flesh. Right? One of the first things you need to do, though, is trip off the word burnt offering. A burnt offering is never eaten. It's wholly consumed on the altar. Put your burnt offerings unto your sacrifices and eat flesh. Well, you would never partake of the burnt offering. That's wholly consumed on the altar. That's why it's called a burnt offering or an ascended offering. Because the smoke of it ascends up to the Heavenly Father. You know what I mean? Supposedly, if that's what he likes, the blood and the flesh of animals. Supposedly, according to certain narratives, you understand, the whole burnt offering is consumed. The priest who officiated that offering would never eat that. It's not a peace offering. It's not a Thanksgiving offering. It's not a voluntary offering. This is a whole burnt offering right here. So for the fact that he's saying eat flesh, you dig, it's somewhat what's that word you use when you being almost funny about it? Like what's that word I'm looking for, Nehemiah? When you being funny about something because you know that don't mean that. I can't think of it right now, but it's almost like the Most High is almost cracking a joke right here. Like, yeah, okay, eat the flesh of the burnt offering, right? Because no priest ever ate the flesh of a burnt offering. Verse 22, here it is right here, Nehemiah, what it say? Sarcastic, that's right, sarcastic, right on, y'all. It's almost like he being sarcastic here because we would never eat a burnt offering. It's wholly consumed on the altar according to certain according to certain whatchamacallits. According to certain, this Nehemiah right here. Big homie, what's the word? Okay, I got you. Let Nehemiah back on his deal. Bye. Nee, you all good?
Yeah, either being, you know, what you got, comical, sarcastic, or facetious.
They just said it, sarcastic. So it gotta be sarcasm, because guess what? If we take this as at face value, you never eat a burnt offering. All right, and the next verse clears it up. Verse 22. What it say, out?
For I spake not unto your fathers, nor commanded them in the day that I brought them out the land of Egypt concerning burnt offerings or sacrifices.
Y'all hear that? That right there, Most High is speaking. The Creator is speaking through the mouth of this Levitical prophet named Jeremiah. And he's saying, I didn't speak nor command this when I brought you out of Egypt concerning burnt offerings and sacrifices. For I spake not unto your fathers, nor commanded them. Meaning that commandment didn't come from him, but it is in the narrative in Exodus. See, now we got a problem. We got a prophet who is a priest, you dig, who is in direct opposition to what the priests are doing. We got a prophet in direct opposition to what the priests are doing, because the priests are performing, especially in the land of Egypt, right? The Passover. The Passover is a sacrifice. It is. But right here, the Most High speaking to Jeremiah saying, I never spoke it nor commanded your fathers to do such. So now where we at? We could be like, oh, he just saying that because we was evil. Or, oh, he talking about the worship of the Queen of Heaven. Oh, so the Passover lamb was sacrificed to the Queen of Heaven? Is that what you saying? If that's the next excuse. We go back up in the chapter, Jeremiah chapter 7, in the beginning, it's talking about the Queen of Heaven worship. See, but the Queen of Heaven did not let us up out of Egypt. The Creator is saying through Jeremiah, I didn't speak it and I didn't command it in the day that I brought them out of the land of Egypt. What day was that? That was your unleavened bread. Passover unleavened bread. But the Most High, or the Creator, is saying through the mouth of Jeremiah, I didn't command nor speak that concerning burnt offerings and sacrifices. So, all right, where are we at now? Right? Now, let's show it in the Peshitta. And then we'll come back and read down to verse 26, Nehemiah. You got something you want to say, big brother? Talk to me.
Hey, look, what people don't realize, man, changes of thought happen in one chapter.
Absolutely.
I can start here talking about the Queen of Heaven, right? But then key words, like you said, Egypt, the day I brought you out. That wasn't the Queen of Heaven situation.
Right.
At best.
Right.
If we got a golden calf, we dealing with what God?
Shit, Molech.
There it is, bro. Mm-hmm. And Molech and Queen of Heaven are two different gods.
Yeah, Molech, Baal, all them bastards.
Come on, man. So the people don't realize, bro, like, see, this is how you know certain things can't be received, because minds are not elevated and open, not talking about nobody. Sometimes God ain't give it to you, like what the Messiah has said. Flesh and blood didn't tell you this. We asked him, whom you say I am? Some say you this. John the Baptist, which he was born the same, 6 months after. Lived during the time until he died and got beheaded. Some say you Elijah. Some say, this, that, and the third. When he say ye are the son of the living God, my Father. So there's changes in a verse. Don't think you start at verse 1 and that's unilateral for the whole chapter. You have change of thoughts and everything going on in a chapter.
Absolutely. Absolutely. This right here, y'all, Holy Bible from the ancient Eastern text. All right, that light right there, but it's basically the Peshitta, from the Aramaic of the Peshitta. All right.
Hey, wait a minute, bro. Is that older than the Masoretic text?
Yeah, it is. This is actually older than the Masoretic as well. See, we going into the daggers. We going into the, all right, every once in a while, they want you to pull your old guns out. All right, you got to go into the daggers. You know what I mean? Because to some people, what we saying is a joke. It's comical. You dig? But y'all trust me, when it come down to the in-depth research, we wouldn't have came outside shooting had we done the research on the matter. All right. And that don't mean you got to take everything we say at face value. Of course, always do your own due diligence. You know what I mean? I'm just telling you as a brother, I wouldn't have came outside busting had I not already looked over the matter. You know what I mean? And you know, figured that, okay, yeah, that's where it's at. Okay, so this is Jeremiah 7 in that sheet I just showed y'all. We're gonna jump on down. All right. Now look at verse 21 and 22. Nehemiah, tell me you can see that.
Khan wa Khan ban.
Now let's see how this older text reads different than the Jeremiah 7 you have in the KJV. All right. Some men don't even want to whisper that. They feel as if they're going against the Almighty. You dig? No, you're not. It's not. We got to be real with ourselves and call a spade, though, man. Stop it. All right. Let's get it, Nick. Jeremiah 7, 21, 22. What we got?
Thus said the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, add your burnt offerings to your sacrifices and eat meat, which I did not command your fathers to eat.
Good night. There it is. That's class. There it is. The Peshitta is older than the Masoretic that you have in your KJV. Jeremiah 7 and 21 reads a little different than the Peshitta, don't it?
He put it together. Add, put together your burnt offerings, put together with your sacrifice, which could be peace, which is food, and eat meat, which is a peace offering, which I did not command your fathers to eat.
Good night.
Serious.
Where we at now?
Serious.
Where we at now? Because he's saying he didn't command us to eat the flesh.
Let's go back to what our big brother, our king, our brother, our Messiah, our righteous one. What did he say? From the beginning, eating meat was not so. Could you imagine him saying that out?
In the beginning, it was not so. He said it.
That's how he taught.
Yep.
In the beginning, it was not so.
Now look at this, y'all. Are you seeing that the older text that we're pulling out reads a little different than the KJV Bible that, you know, us as Israelites, you know what I mean? That's our bread and butter. But are you seeing that it reads differently? If you're seeing that, give me an 8 up in the chat.
I got a verbal 8. And look, while y'all responding what Mally's asking y'all, if y'all understand what y'all see, give us an 8 in the text. But Mally, I want to refer back to something we did in the historical aspect of classes we did. Could you imagine what Jerome from Damascus saw? He saw stuff like this. He saw stuff out of the original text where the Messiah wouldn't have ate no meat. Because remember, his conclusion was what? That the Messiah was not a meat eater.
Right.
And those who would teach or bring forth the understanding that we shouldn't be eating meat, what did they do to them as a mean of death and torture?
They pull hot lead down their throats.
Oh, could you imagine that?
You talking about the men who formed Christianity. They actually, the men who formed Christianity, you know what I mean? Christianity was something that was agreed on. It was inspired by a false god. Constantine himself saw the vision of the cross and had spiritual communion. And basically, whatever this deity is told him, in this sign, you gonna conquer. All right, the men directly responsible, the bishops and the presbyters, all the ecumenical councils from 325 all the way up to 1870. These men were responsible for forming the universal Catholic, or what you call Western Christianity, was responsible for forming it. All right, those men will find the Nazarene brothers, those who were holding on, ancestors, those who were holding on to the original teachings of Mashiach 300-400 years, 500 years after he was already dead, you feel me, and ascended, and will find these brothers because we and sisters, because we refuse to harm the Most High's creation. We refuse to chew on animals and drink blood and chew on flesh. So guess what they would do? They would pour hot, molten lead down our throats and say, curse the Nazarenes.
Hey, Hebrew.
We don't want to eat flesh. Go ahead, Nick.
Can I give you a reference for those who watch, you know, cable? If y'all ever watch Game of Thrones, imagine that to the dude who tried to sell the mother of dragons to the Dothraki, and he wanted the gold. What did they do? They poured the hot molten gold on top of his head.
Yeah, they did, yeah.
Killed him instantly. Imagine something like that manner. Just kind of give you a visual. That's the only reason I'm talking about it. Instead of pointing on your head, killing you instantly, point it down your palate. Oh, Lord have mercy, bro.
Exactly. Exactly. Now look at this, y'all. Again, thus saith the Most High, add your burnt offerings to your sacrifices and eat meat which I did not command your fathers to eat. Neither did I command them concerning either burnt offerings or sacrifices in the day when I brought them out of the land of Egypt. Here we got a problem, because we all know the day that Israel was brought out of Egypt is considered unleavened bread. But the Most High is saying through Jeremiah, the sacrifices and burnt offerings, I never spoke nor commanded that. You might as well eat that, because I never commanded it. That's why I said it sounds like he being sarcastic. Basically saying, nah, you eat that because I didn't command it. You eating for somebody else. I never commanded it. You did. If y'all understand that, give me a Yahoo up in the chat. Nehemiah, you got something else you want to say to us, brother?
No, that's it, bro.
I just want to show that real quick. Go ahead. Let me go back to the KJV. All right. So I was playing them up. Where's my color? Got all stuff popping up. Today been all on my Mac. iCloud stuff popping up. Dang, that's crazy. What is all this stuff doing up here? Stop sharing my screen. All right, now let's go on back. Let's go on back to Jeremiah 7. Let's go on back to the Jeremiah 7. All right, in the KJV. All right, reads different, don't it? So you start doing this research, you start seeing that the older texts render the sayings different than what we have today. That's just the truth, y'all. That's just the truth. All right. All right, Jeremiah 7. Start at 22 again, Nehemiah. We're going to read down to 26 if you don't mind, brother.
For I spake not unto your fathers, nor commanded them in the day that I brought them out of the land of Egypt, concerning burnt offerings or sacrifices.
Come on.
But this thing commanded I them, saying, obey my voice, and I will be your Elohim, and ye shall be my people, and walk, in all the ways that I have commanded you, that it may be well unto you.
The Creator just saying, obey him. That's it. Stop doing what I didn't command you to do. Obey me. Dig? And it'll be well unto you. What else we got? Verse 24, Nick.
Since the day, I'm my fault.
24.
But they hearken not, nor inclined their ear, but walked, watch this, in the counsels and in the imagination of their evil heart, and went backward.
Wow.
And not forward.
You see that? Trip off that. You running around here. Let's not forget what we're talking about. We're talking about Israel partaking of sacrifices and chewing on flesh that the Most High never commanded. And the day that he brought us out of Egypt is unleavened bread. You see that? So let's not forget that's what we're talking about here. We're not talking about you know what I mean? Even though these are crimes that will bring a nation down, whoredom and all that. Right here within what we talking about when we was in Egypt and our people are still doing some things concerning sacrificing, concerning chewing on flesh that the Most High never commanded. He said, I just told you to obey me, but you don't want to obey me. You want to go after your own heart. And that's what that's about, y'all. That's what that's about. All right, there's a lust, there's a blood lust that comes with that. It's a blood lust. You did? But trip off this, it's not progressing, it's not going forward, it's not raising up higher in the spirit. It's not spiritual progression. Y'all actually you're backtracking, chewing on animals. You're backtracking. And let me say this for the record. I'm never the one to say I'm better than the next man, woman, or child because I don't eat flesh. I'm never the one to say that. Never. You dig? Especially you get jammed up and got some sicknesses you dealing with. I mean, hey, it's our job to go ahead and get you together. So I'm never acting as if I'm better than the next man, woman, or child because I don't chew on flesh anymore. You dig? But what I'm saying is you heating yourself up. You're poisoning your blood. You understand? You making it very, very hard for yourself to vibrate where the Most High needs you to be. So just understand when you fall sick, you know, your brothers are here for you. You know what I mean? And a lot of this could have been prevented. You know what I mean? Had our people just stuck with, you know, what the Most High has commanded in the beginning and what it'll be in the end, which is going forward. Trees of the leaves is for the healing of the nation. Bless up. Verse 25, Nehemiah, what we got?
Since the day that your fathers came forth out of the land of Egypt, bro, until this day, have even sent unto you all my servants, the prophets, daily rising up early and sending them. Hey, bro, sending the prophets to the priests.
Yeah.
They not accepting them, but they supposed to be on the same wavelength. This goes back to what we've been saying the whole time since this Nazarene thing walked.
Yeah.
Somebody doing something with somebody else.
That's right, brother. It's static. It's static within the nation. See, we've been seduced to believe it all is cohesive, like everybody on one accord. No, not a little bit. Not a little bit. You got to hear the voice of Mashiach, man. You dig? Everything else is confusion. All right, verse 26, Nehemiah, what we got?
Yet they hearken not unto me, nor incline their ear, but harden their neck. They did worse than their fathers.
Oh, worse than the fathers? Worse than the fathers? Double honors to the elders, huh?
And the elders did what? Molech and Sheum. So they worse than that.
My bad. The leaves of the trees. I said the trees of the leaves of the trees for the healing of the nation. That's my bezel from the A. Bless up. Bless to your entire family. Good catch. Sometimes I be tripping. All right. Nehemiah, you saying something?
No, man. I'm saying, bro, you can see me shaking my head, bro. I'm in utter appalled disbelief and absent of words.
Well, that Septuagint on that Joshua 5 hit like steel, boy. I'm going to share this with y'all real quick. This right here is called the Lamb of a Bloodthirsty God. I'm going to put it up in the chat. All right. Sometimes we got to go get them old guns out, Nehemiah. You know how it go. Get them deals on out and bring them on out so everybody think this is funny. This ain't funny. Now, I'm hitting mute on my mic real quick. Y'all check this out. Y'all, that's blood. Look at that blood. Oh, that's blood. Oh, wait, good night, boy. This over in Israel.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا.
Good night. Look at all that blood. Now the Muslims celebrate something called Eid Kippur. I never knew that. So you know the Jews or the Israelites have Yom Kippur, Day of Atonement. See all this blood, you know, blood for atonement, right? Well, the Muslims do the same thing. Muslims.
Hey, bro, you see how they handled that chicken, man, when they just threw it in the bucket, bro?
Yeah.
Like, bro, like that is God's creature or creation, bro. Like, we didn't see that at first. Listen, we all guilty of it. And so let me say what did my brother Mal say. We're not trying to say we better than nobody.
Right.
We've been down all those roads. We filthy rags like everybody else. But we trying to make sure that we are clean and be white as snow. Because people forget about that part too. And what I'm saying is, man, like, when you sit there and look at how they treat a creation from the creator, they can't be of God, bro.
Mm.
And we've been studying the Nazarene ways. Can't no man be of God who murders and kills animals, bro.
Mm.
Everything that God gave you stewardship over is your responsibility. It was not meant to murder, bro. That's sick, bro.
Absolutely.
That's sick. And, bro, we used to be a part of that culture. Unwillingly, unknowledgeably. But now out of it, I see it, bro. That's sick. We ain't seen none of this video, just getting started.
Look at all that blood, though, man. That's a lot. That's a lot of blood. Lots of blood.
ישראל אדוני אלוהינו אדוני אחד. الله أكبر الله أكبر ولله الحمد. الله أكبر الله.
Where is the love of creator we just saw? Where is the love of the creator in what we just saw?
الله أكبر ولله الحمد. الله.
That's the lamb's head. You see that? You see that? That's the lamb's head, boy.
And if you ever study being beheaded, the head actually can live up to 10 minutes after being beheaded from the body. So could you imagine the torture of not just going through getting beheaded by razor blade, piece by piece, cut by cut, but understand that head that he just threw on the ground can still observe its own body for the next 9 to 10 minutes, not including the pain receptors. And that body is still kicking and jumping in most cases. Bro, we sick, bro. Man, Lord, I'm so sorry for the wickedness that I partook in. Man.
Absolutely, bro. Now look, that lamb head just got cut off.
But that head's still alive, though.
Look at this. Slick though. Look, got the youth out there. Look how desensitized. See how easy it is to desensitize mortals when they come down to death and bloodshed. Y'all, they outside looking at that cow like that, like the cow was like a poodle or something. Look at it.
And these are the same group of people that sit there and make videos about cutting a human head off on camera.
And Jews sacrifice to Allah or Elohim. Remember the Most High said, was it to me you were sacrificing to in the wilderness, Israel? And no, you born the tabernacle of your pagan gods, Molech and you know whoever else. So that phrase right there shouldn't be hard to swallow for you. Look at that. Look at that neck. Ask the child, do you enjoy watching animals get slaughtered for your holy day? He said, yeah, thank God. It's not the creator you talking about though, y'all. It's not the creator. The creator ain't with the bloodshed.
When you slit their throat, they don't feel pain? The way they do it, the knife is so sharp.
You're the imposter. He said the way they do it, the knife is so sharp. They don't even feel pain.
You're going to kill someone else to atone for your own sins? You're going to accrue more sins? It's not a sin. It's brought in the Bible.
See, that's how it is. It's not a sin. It's in the Bible. Hey, that's right. Socks on. I want to show y'all that, you know what I mean, real quick dealing with that. You dig? And you see it's blood all through the streets, man. Blood all through the streets.
And that's torture, bro.
Yeah. Go ahead, Nima.
That's torture. That's torture, bro. Ecclesiastes 3:18. I said in my heart concerning the state of the sons of men that God might manifest them, that they might see that they themselves are beasts. For that which befalleth the sons of men befalleth beasts. Because you'll see them same people, them same nation of people. I cut a man off, head off on YouTube. Same people. Even one thing befalleth them, as one died, so died the other. Yeah. They all have one breath, so that the man has no preeminence above the beast for all his vanity. All go into one place. Ooh. So all that blood that spilled is in one place, and that blood cry. Ooh wee. See where I'm going? All of the dust, and all turn to dust again. Man. Watch this. Who knoweth the spirit of man goeth upward, and the spirit of beast go downward to the earth? 22. Wherefore I perceive that there is nothing better than that a man should rejoice in his own words, for that is his portion. For who shall bring him to see what shall be after him? Wow. Bro, we was off, bro. Man, we was off.
Absolutely. Absolutely, brother.
You know, that's the first time I ever felt heartbroken to see an animal die on a high holy day. Like, this ain't the first time we seen this particular video, but like something about it this time hit different.
Hit a little different, huh?
Did you see that animal kick that back hind leg and head still partly attached? And they sitting there like, yes, it's cool.
They like, man, God said, man, what you talking about? All right, y'all drop that. I'm gonna show y'all something else. Let's get her done. Let's get her done. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. Bing, bing, bing. All right, this right here is the Gospel of the Holy 12, Gospel of the Nazarene. Nazarenes. This is chapter of election 6. All right, childhood and youth of Yahshua, the mighty Messiah. He delivered a lion from the hunters. All right, how you Nazarenes, y'all don't eat the flesh, how do you keep the Passover? Didn't we kill the Passover lamb? You dig? These are the arguments that you heard from brothers and sisters who oppose what we're saying. You dig? Even though we read the Jeremiah, look, Most High didn't command that nor speak that. Yeah, you got that written in your Bible, but it's not commanded from the Almighty. You understand? Your Bible's put together by multiple scribes. Remember that one of the main enemies the Messiah had was the scribes. Well, who are the scribes? They're the ones who were in charge with writing down the histories, writing down the laws, writing down and translating, you know what I mean? And teaching their breakdowns. So here comes the Mashiach, who's teaching something totally opposite of their understanding and teaching things totally opposite than what's written down. Now we got a problem. All right,
and that's what we are right now.
So how do you keep Passover then, bro? Now watch this. I'll show you how Messiah did it. Okay, everything that we've showed so far, the Septuagint, older than your Masoretic text. All right, the Peshitta, Jeremiah 7, older than your Masoretic text. All right, now we in the Gospel of the Nazarenes, or the Gospel of the Holy 12, which is older than your Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John that you have in your Bible. See, we being real thorough with our research, and we dealing with the history too. You dig? And then that's the thing. We have a problem with deciphering history from literature. You understand? History from literature. And a lot of people short circuit behind it. You dig? They just fall completely out. There ain't no creator. There ain't no Messiah. That ain't us. We ain't even on that. You understand? But what we are here to do is point our people forward to what it will be at the end, because that's what it was in the beginning. Now, watch this. This oldest gospel that's out here, older than the gospel that you have, right? Lection 6, the childhood and youth of Yahshua the Messiah, he delivered a line from the hunters. Now, Yosef and Miriam, Yosef and Miriam, his parents, went up to Jerusalem every year at the feast of the Passover. Now, look at this, Nehemiah. Look at this. All right. Every year at the feast of the Pesach, the Passover, and they observed the feast after the manner of their brethren who abstained from bloodshed and the eating of flesh and from strong drink. And when he was 12 years old, he went to Jerusalem with them after the custom of the feast. Now look at this. Look at this. All right. We pulled the Septuagint first to show Passover kept in Joshua 5 was without flesh and blood. Right. We pulled the Peshitta and showed Jeremiah 7:21-23 and how the Most High never commanded our forefathers to eat meats. And he was even being sarcastic in that, because he said, I didn't command it. I didn't speak it in the day that I brought your fathers out of the land of Egypt. Y'all, that's major right there, because that's what Passover unleavened bread is about. But the Most High saying, I didn't command it. I didn't speak. All right. Each instance, we go into an older, we get historical, we go into an older text. All right. Now we in the Gospel of the Nazarene, chapter 6. Or the Gospel of the Holy 12, chapter 6, and it's saying here that the Messiah and his family kept the Pesach, or the unleavened bread of the Passover, after the manner of their brethren, not after the manner of the religious priests of his nation, after the manner of his brethren. And his brethren abstained from bloodshed and the eating of flesh. That means, y'all, they did eat lamb for Passover. See that? They didn't eat lamb for Passover. And when he was 12 years old, he went to Jerusalem with them after the custom of the feast. Oh, somebody about to be mad up in her. Somebody about to be mad up in her. Nah. Because the question get asked, well, how y'all keeping Passover? As if you can't keep Passover without killing an animal. And think about this, y'all. Think about this. You dealing with 600,000 men, according to Exodus, that left Egypt. Now, if each man had a wife, y'all, that's 1.2 million Israelites, just off one man having one wife out of them 600,000. And if they all had children, good night. You dealing with millions of Israelites. All right. Now, each lamb, for the most part, was supposed to be for a house. Each lamb for a house. And if the one house couldn't afford it, then that house and the next house are supposed to come together, and that way they all can go in on the lamb. Every man should give his account for the lamb. You see? So if you're dealing with 600,000 men, all right. And the men are the head of their households. So if each household had one lamb, y'all, the first Passover, you looking at 600,000 unblemished lambs whose necks were slit and whose blood was put over the doorpost. 600,000 for Passover one, just to leave Egypt. All right, well, say every house didn't have a lamb. Say every other house had a lamb. You're still dealing with 300,000 lambs that had to be slaughtered, had to be unblemished, whose blood had to be over the doorpost. And that's just year one. Think about 40 years in the wilderness, another 300,000 lambs have to get slain every year for the space of 40 years. 300,000 lambs. We're dealing with what, 1.2, what is that, 12 million? Let me put the numbers on the Nehemiah. You cold with the numbers. Hold on, Jack. I put the numbers on. Let's put the numbers on it. If we dealing with a conservative number, 300,000. I'm saying 300,000 because it was 600,000 men that left Egypt. Each man got a household, one lamb for each household. That'd be 600,000 lambs. So we just gonna be conservative and say every other household. Let's try 300,000. Watch this. Let's try 300,000 times 40. Y'all, we dealing with 12 million lambs. 12 million lambs. 12,300,000 lambs. Y'all, I'm being conservative. That number doubles if I put the 600,000 on it.
Hey, bro, that'd be way more blood than we just saw.
And those lambs had to be lambs that was 1 year old. You mean
No
to
blemish.
tell me? You mean to tell me it was that many lambs being birthed every year? And out of all the lambs birthed, they all the ones that was good for the Passover sacrifice had to be unblemished, of a year old. Come on, y'all. That's 12 million lambs just to get out the wilderness. Add the 300,000 to get out of Egypt. That's 12,300,000 lambs. And you mean to tell me the flocks they had with them was reproducing like that? You know, some ain't making sense. Go ahead, Nehemiah. Nehemiah.
Yeah, I remember, bro.
Like
it's too much, bro. It's too much blood, bro. It's way too much, Mally. One, out of all that number, it got to be. See, so I can't probably give you the number because I don't know what the ratio of unblemished lambs is to the average lamb.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because it had to be an unblemished. So the numbers got to be astronomically higher to produce the unblemished one. Bro, there's no ceiling to this.
Got a problem, don't we, Nehemiah?
Bro, a major problem.
All right, y'all. All right, now y'all see, you see the Messiah is keeping Passover, not just him, his family, Nehemiah. They keeping Passover after the manner of their brethren, and their Passover is not like the nations, not like the rest of the nation. They don't eat flesh, they don't drink blood, they don't eat flesh and blood, they don't drink fresh, well, they don't drink blood and they don't eat flesh. And guess what? Strong drink. See that?
No different than Joshua. Wasn't no strong drink in Joshua.
No strong drink and no different than the book of Joshua. Come on, Nehemiah.
Wasn't no difference, bro.
There's no difference. What we reading about in Joshua is how Mashiach and them observed Passover. You do not have to have lamb shoulders, and you know we know about it.
Hey, bro. Can I hit you with one thing before I go?
Sam sell the lamb, the boneless legs of lamb. You know,
Restaurant Depot, Sam's, the butchery. I'm gonna hit you one thing. Gonna go. I'm tired, bro. You know I'm finna really lay down.
I'm almost done, big homie, man. Dang, man. But I
got no. I do not want to quench the spirit, you know. But
yeah, absolutely.
I want you to understand what you finna read right here. Where did we first just read it at? What book?
Jeremiah.
No. We just read out Joshua what?
Joshua 5, 10 through 12.
What would Jesus' real name be in English?
Yahushua.
AKA
Joshua.
People what I'm really saying.
Yeah.
People what I'm really saying.
Yeah.
Joshua.
Right, makes sense.
Passover here is the same as Joshua Passover there. And both of them was y'all salvation. Both of them dealt with manna. And both of them, listen, Christ said, I was that manna. Bro, my head been over here flipping in mute. You hear me?
Yeah. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
Manna is angel food. Manna is not meat. grains and fruits they ate for the rest of the year. There was no sacrifices mentioned. And bro, my head, and then you dealing with Joshua and Joshua, my fault. Yahshua and Yahshua. Yahshua of old and Yahshua of this time what we reading about.
Exactly.
You can't make this up, bro.
Okay.
Bro, listen, even the name. You can't the name and the manner of keeping the Passover with no meat. You can't make that.
You hear me?
You can't, bro. My head over here blown right now.
Yeah, you can't make that up because you ain't lying. It's the same exact name. Same exact name, bro.
And the same exact act. He brought salvation to his people to bring them to a land of milk and honey. And what you think that this Yahshua, the greatest of all Yahshuas.
Exactly.
Boy, so many great parallels I'm seeing right now, bro.
Absolutely.
I can't even talk about them all.
Absolutely.
Yama's catching it. She over here looking at it right now.
Tomorrow, y'all willing, we gonna go over the calendar. Ema, if you want to get on the live with us tomorrow and just discuss the calendar for a little bit, we gonna pull the calendar up. We gonna discuss that, and we just gonna get it in. We gonna dive more into it. But you know, now you vibrating. See, being that you're not chewing on flesh, majority ain't chewing on flesh no more and all that. What happened is your blood is being purified and cleansed. You understand? So now, yeah, you can be in more communion with the spiritual realm. You can your intuition. You understand? Your prayers, your healings, everything that you're doing spiritually is going to increase. It's going to increase so many folds. You understand? Because now you at a place to where you can vibrate on the right frequency that the Most High need you to be at. You understand? So this is a major thing, y'all. And as of next month is April, right? Mid-April, right after the Passover last year, is when we got on all this hard body too. So next year, next month, mid-April will be like a year since I know myself, since I've been like, you know what, it's on crack. That's what it is. You dig? And man, it's been a beautiful journey, Nehemiah. You know what I mean? Nazarene edition part 66. You dig? And
not bad for a couple of old Hebrews and the lost their rocker.
You know or lost the oil and them burned out. Ain't nobody dealing with them, man. Or the Most High ain't dealing with them, bro. We still going. So I thank the Creator for that. You understand? Thank the Most High for all that. Just being.
But it give us an understanding into the other, Joshua life.
I'm saying not just being merciful, but just I be in awe. You feel me? Like I'm in awe of the Most High. Like, dang, that's cold. How you did that?
Could you imagine what the Messiah went through?
Yeah.
Like, bro, like, so you know, me and you talk a lot. So even being a parent gives you just a smidgen of understanding what it is to be steward over children.
Right.
Whether they loving or wayward or going off the rail. Me and you just talked today, said, Neil, Mama holler at you when them babies of mine get the ages of your babies used to be.
You heard me?
You see what I'm saying? Like, it's a blessing. Like Ema, you know, she got grandchildren, great-grandchildren almost your age.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait till I have that testimony, man. I can't wait.
Oh, good. Let's get this right here. The last Paschal Supper. Gospel of the Nazarene, chapter 75. Chapter 75. All right, Nehemiah, let's go ahead and get this. Let's get this together before we get on the body here, brother. All praise.
You want me to read or you read?
We can divide it up if you want to. It's all good. All right. Our last Paschal Supper, and that evening the master cometh into the house, and there are gathered with him the 12 and their fellows, Peter and Jacob, and Thoma, and YAH'KI and Shimon, and Matthew, and Andrew, and Nathaniel, and James, and Thaddeus, and Jude, and Philip, and their companions. And there was also Judas Iscariot, who by men was numbered with the 12 to the time when he should be manifested. And they were all clad in garments of white linen, pure and clear, for linen is the righteousness of the saints. And each had the color of his tribe, but the master was clad in his pure white robe over all, without seam or spot. Or the master was looking fly, baby. What I'm talking about.
Boy, he was naturally flowing.
You hear me? No seam or spot in that garment. What? Oh, wait. Now, look at this. And there arose contention among them as to which of them should be esteemed the greatest. Wherefore he said unto them, he that is great among you, let him be as he that does serve. Absolutely. Absolutely. A service done unto others is what we graded over, brothers and sisters. Service done unto others in righteousness. That's what you graded over. That's what you graded over in this world. You understand? Right? Follow the Messiah. He's the example sent by the Creator. Hero Israel, the Creator, the Most High, he's one. We're supposed to love him with all our heart, our mind, our soul, and our strength, and to love our neighbor as if our neighbor is us, y'all. That's how you worship the Creator. That's it. That's what it's all about. On these two laws, hang all the laws and the prophets. You dig? That's what it's about. Now, watch this. And Yahushua said, with desire have I desired to eat this Passover with you. Look at this, y'all. Before I suffer, and to institute the memorial of my oblation for the service and salvation of all. For behold, the hour will come when the Son of Man shall be betrayed to the hands of sinners. For one of the 12 said unto him, Master, is it I? And he answered, he to whom I get a sop, the same as he. And Iscariot said unto him, Master, behold the unleavened bread. How y'all Nazarenes keep Passover, right? Behold the unleavened bread, the mingled yayin, the mingled wine, meaning that's wine, that's organic wine. That's wine with water in it. It ain't strong. Mingled wine and the oil and the herbs, all right? It's the bitter herbs. But where is the lamb that Moses commanded? For Judas had bought the lamb, but Yahshua had forbidden that it should be killed. Look at that. Our master said, let the lamb live. Don't kill him. Don't kill the lamb. You see? But you see everything else that's there? Everything else, this is how you keep the Passover, y'all. Master, behold, the unleavened bread, mingled wine, all right? You got your sop or the oil, all right? That's what you dip, you dip your bread in the, the ajou, the sauce is. The sauce is. Gotta have you some sauce, man, you know what I mean? That unleavened bread, boy, is dry, had your mouth, boy, like, dang. All right, so we got this is how you keep the Passover as a Nazarene or an Essene, all right? We got what? The unleavened bread. We got the mingled wine, which is wine watered down, all right? We got the oil heads, the sop, and we got the bitter herbs. That's your unleavened bread right there, y'all. That's how you observe the Passover. Unleavened bread, mingled wine for you little short jokers, would be some grape juice or something. But unleavened bread, mingled wine, we got our oil, our dipping oil, and our bitter herb. But where is the lamb that Moses commanded? For Judas had bought the lamb, but Yahushua had forbidden that it should be killed. Ooh-wee. Somebody gonna be mad. All right? It ain't supposed to be a lamb dinner anyway. You're just there to eat you some lamb. Nah, bro, this thing done went down. All right? Now, watch this. No doubt, Lorna Jackson. May the Most High bless you abundantly, my sister. Bless up. Bless up. And John spake in the spirit, saying, behold, the Lamb of the Creator, the good shepherd, which gives his life for the sheep. And Yahudah or Judas was troubled at these words, for he knew that he should betray him. But again, Judas said, Master, is it not written in the law that a lamb must be slain for the Passover within the gates? Y'all, these are the same conversations everybody want to have with us right now. It's the same. Look, the crazy part about it, the conversations or the arguments or the distaste that the nation has on their mouth about what honor and humility is doing, y'all, it's the same things the nation had on their mouth thousands of years ago. In other words, what we bringing out ain't nothing new. It may be new to your ears, but this ain't nothing new. Like all the Nazarene documentation and Essene document we've been bringing out, y'all, been first century documents. That's first century. That's first century. Late first century, mid to late first century, early second century. That's what we've been bringing out. And the history goes a little different. That's it. You know what I mean? The ajul, sunshine, rain, and gardening. Yep, balsamic vinegar and olive oil. You know, get your sauce hits. All right? So he's saying, so Judah, what did Judah say? But again, Judah said, Master, is it not written in the law that a lamb must be slain for the Passover within the gates? Now, how does the Messiah respond? And we do these classes, y'all, so y'all can feel encouraged and empowered. You know what I mean? Like, for real. Because it'd be easy to get sidetracked, you know, or really, like, get distracted, you know, based off the hissy fits of certain men. So-and-so talking about so-and-so, and they mad about, like, this latest thing. Well, first it was the circumcision. So first it was the flesh, then the circumcision. Now it's the energy wheels or the vortex or what the world calls chakras. And, oh, my God, where he said chakra. Like, man, y'all need to calm down with all that, man. You know, somebody that has studied anatomy and studied, you know, different types of medicine, whether it's holistic or what they call it, naturopathic or whatever. I forgot how to pronounce it or whatever. But, you know, those who have testimonials of healing and, you know about the different systems that comprise the human body and all that, y'all, they not up under the vibration or up under the judgment of someone who's working on a theory. If you're dealing with somebody that has an experience, he's not in bondage to him that has a theory. All right. So when we dealing with, like, we'll unroll out or we'll show you like our young gunner, YAH'KI. He's an herbalist. Matter of fact, a master herbalist. You understand? So he's studying things and stuff that the average brother or sister will never study. Now he in labs and all that. He got all type of, you know, he testing the pH level of blood and all that himself. You understand? Or some of us then did spiritual healings or energy healings and all that by laying hands. I would tell you that and all throughout the Bible. Moses laid hands on Joshua and transferred the spirit of wisdom on him. You understand? So some of us then did healings like that, like concentrating on a certain part of, you know, someone's body until they were healed by setting a healing intention and, you know, going through the works with them and look up and they heal. So we got the experience, you understand, when it comes down to healing and getting our people delivered from certain situations. All right. So if anybody's qualified to speak about healing, it will be those who are practitioners or who are divine healers, whether it's holistically or through the spirit. All right. Those who have never healed anyone and just say, I don't see the word chakra in the Bible. And oh, that's witchcraft, bro. Like you ain't, like you're not on the level to even call that of what you don't understand and what you have no knowledge of witchcraft because you ain't practiced it. You ain't put it into motion. You ain't declared nobody healed. You ain't drained no lymphatic systems. You ain't used no astringent herbs. You ain't built up somebody's, 12 different systems and all that. You ain't did none of that. You know what I mean? You ain't never broke a demon that was inhabiting a brother or sister. You know what I mean? Broke him. You know what I mean? Applied pressure to that joker till he popped and squealed, and he came out projectile vomiting. And when that sucker came out, cut old girl face up, filled up a whole Quick Trip cup of throw up. Because we identified that sucker, called him out under the name and authority of the creator of heaven and earth. And that sucker bowed and came out projectile vomiting. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Like, if someone that has the experience is not at, it's not under the bondage of him that has a theory. And most of the brothers that was running around all week mad about the anatomy of the human body. You did. No man ain't even heal nobody, man. You did. So it's all good. Now watch this. And Yahshua answered, if I am lifted up on the cross, remember, it's about the Passover being slain within the gates according to the law, right? Now watch this. Now watch this. And Yahshua answered, if I am lifted up on the cross, then indeed shall the lamb be slain. But woe unto him by whom it is delivered into the hands of the slayers. It were better of him he had not been born. He's just letting them know, like, you know, hey, betrayal was worse than death in most cases. Remember that. Betrayal was worse than death. It better off you had not been born than betray me. That's what he's saying. And being that the lamb, because he is the lamb of the Most High, he's unblemished, right? Now watch this. Verse 9. Verily I say unto you, for this end have I come into the world, that I may put away all blood offerings, and the eating of the flesh of the beasts and the birds that are slain by men. You see this? Messiah's mission was to end the sacrifices, not to coincide with them. End it. Not to be cohesive, end it. Not to be on one accord, end it. Verily I say unto you, for this end have I come into the world. This is the Messiah's purpose, that I may put away all blood offerings and the eating of the flesh of the beasts and the birds that are slain by men. Look at this right here. Now, if we see that the Messiah's mission is what? To put away all blood offerings and the eating of the flesh. Because guess what? You ain't eating no flesh if you ain't sacrificed or offered. You got to kill the animal before you eat it. So, for this purpose was the Son of the Most High revealed, that he may destroy the works of the devil. 1 John 3, 8-9. What are some of the works of the devil? Verily I say unto you, for this end have I come into the world, that I may put away all blood offerings and the eating of the flesh of the beasts and the birds that are slain by men. He said that's his purpose. Right? In 1 John 3, 8-9, for this purpose was the Son of Man revealed, or the Son of the Most High revealed, that he may destroy the works of the devil. Look at this here. You see that? See that? He said that's his mission. So let me see if y'all listening. What is the Messiah's mission? What is one of his main missions? Just read it. Let me see if y'all listening. 10. In the beginning, the Creator gave all the fruits of the trees and the seeds and the herbs for food. Fruits, trees, seeds, and herbs for food. But those who love themselves more than the Creator or their fellows corrupted their ways and brought diseases into their bodies and filled the earth with lust and violence. Look at that. Look at that. See that? You see what the Most High gave for food. But men love themselves more than the Creator or their fellow creatures. And corrupted their ways. Brought diseases. So you mean to tell me the flesh eating is what brings the majority of the diseases? Absolutely, is what I'm saying. That's right, Imat. The end blood offerings and the eating of flesh. There it is. Because y'all, that's the works of the devil. That's the works of the devil. The end of blood offerings and the eating of flesh. Look at that. Including on Passover. We see what's at his Passover, right? No, not by the shedding of innocent blood, therefore. Not by shedding innocent blood, therefore, but by living a righteous life shall you find the peace of the Creator. You call me the Messiah of the Creator, and you say well, for I am the way, the truth, and the life. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Believe it or not, the reason the Messiah quoted this was betrayed is because he just checked Judas on not killing that lamb. And he went and sold him out. See that? Not eating the lamb is what got the Messiah sold out. They figured they can catch him up like that. You see that? Walk ye in the way, and ye shall find the Creator. Seek ye the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Live in the life, and you shall see no death. All things are alive in the Most High. All things are alive in the Most High. And the Spirit of the Most High filleth all things. Keep the commandments. Love thy Maker with all thy heart, and love thy neighbor as yourself. Y'all, it's universal. It's easy. We make it hard through these religious constructs. This thing is easy. On these hang all the law and the prophets. And the sum of the law is this: do not ye unto others as you would not that others should do unto you. You don't want this done unto you, don't do it unto others. You don't want nothing stole from you, don't steal. All right? You don't want to be murdered, stop murdering. Want nobody lying on you, stop lying. That's right, Nehemiah. All things are alive. And in everything that has life is the law written. The Torah is written in everything that the Most High has breathed in. You see that? That's why outside of your physical body being his temple, his sanctuary, his nature. Blessed are they who keep this law, for the Creator is manifested in all creatures. All creatures live in the Creator, and the Creator is hidden them. After these things, Yahshua dipped the sop and gave it to Judas Iscariot, saying, what thou doest, do quickly. He then, having received the sop, went out immediately, and it was light. Look at that. He said, go ahead and do what you're going to do. Make it quick. See? Bet off you was never born, meaning what? Betrayal is worse than death. Shemayim Bat Yah, I have been reading the Essene Gospel of Peace. It is so eye-opening, all esteem to the Most High. Absolutely, my sister. Absolutely. Revolutionary, if you ask me. Very, very revolutionary. Right? All of us are supposed to be equipped with the knowledge to heal ourselves. To heal ourselves and heal the world. We're supposed to teach others this, to live in harmony with the creation of the Most High. Absolutely. All right? And when Judas Iscariot had gone out, Yahshua said, now is the Son of Man glorified among his 12, and the Creator is glorified in him. And verily I say unto you, they who receive you receive me, and they who receive me receive the Father, Mother. Balance with the Most High. Balance. Who sent me. And ye who have been faithful unto the truth shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And one of them said, the last two verses, y'all. And one said unto him, Master, wilt thou at this time restore the kingdom unto Israel? And Yahushua said, my kingdom is not of this world, neither are all Israel, which are called Israel. See, this was floating around before it was even in Romans. Yeah. 18. They in every nation who defile not themselves with cruelty. So you got to stop being violent. We're commanded to stop being a carnivorous man of contention and be an herbivorous man or woman of peace. Eat your fruits, man. Get on them veggies, get on them fruits. You see, you're more relaxed. You ain't as anxious. You ain't have panic attacks. You ain't angry. Road rage. The other day, run up on somebody in road rage right over in Illinois. Got put down. All right? Learn to live in peace. The Creator ain't with all that. He ain't even with this Ukraine madness. And Russian, whatever warfare is going on in the world. You understand? Now, he done called us to live peacefully. All right? And teach those around you about his ways, which are very, very simple. Complex, but simple. Simple. And his truths will forever speak to your spirit because it just makes sense. It makes sense. They in every nation who defile not themselves with cruelty, who do righteousness, love mercy, and reverence all the works of the Creator, who give succor comfort to all that are weak and oppressed. The same are the Israel of a Creator. Oh, hey, you see that? We're talking universal, right? talking about spiritual progression. We talking about graduating off the planet. Everybody else being stuck here, fighting over man-made boundaries and territories of false gods. Mortals are being inspired by the gods, false gods. Here you go, mingling the worship of the creator with the false gods, right? Attributing things of the false gods or behavior of the false god to the creator because you just see it say Lord God. So even though that said right there, go smash and kill the infants and crack their heads up against the walls, thus saith the creator or the Most High. Here you go, even though the Most High told you ain't supposed to be killing and shed innocent blood. See, if there's false scribes, according to Jeremiah 8:8, well, the false scribes brought the false gods. All right, so it's very important to learn about the creator of heaven and earth through the teachings of Messiah. He was the one sent, he was the one ordained, he was the one anointed to teach what the Most High intended from the beginning. Why do you think he kept saying in the beginning it wasn't so? Because that's what he was sent to teach about, restore everything back to what it was. There were many things written in the Torah and the Tanakh and all that that's not indicative, nor is it beneficial for you right now. You understand? Because men are loophole that, and you look up, you'll be in bondage eating out a dog bowl. Talking about you about to get a whooping. Took his belt off and lay you over his lap and whoop his woman. Man, go somewhere with all that caveman madness, bro. Yeah, so this is universal in every nation who defile not themselves with cruelty, who do righteousness, love, mercy, and reverence all the works, who get comfort to all that are weak and oppressed. Same as the Israel of the Creator, you dig? And that's what we aiming for. You know what I mean? All praise and glory now to the Most High Shemaim. I started watching YAH'KI. That brother has truly been blessed with knowledge. I learned so much about how our bodies actually work. Absolutely. Salute. Hey, salute. Peace to the God. Peace to the young gunner. You understand? Salute to all you brothers and sisters. Yeah, bro be on this stuff. Yeah, look, bro be on this stuff. You gotta have haters somewhere though. You dig? Crazy part is a lot of the brothers or a lot of the so-called men that come hating that bro been healed by him. It's crazy. You like, y'all running your mouth about this man and this man. He ain't even disclosed. You know what I mean? How you plagued up the rectum, boy. They ain't even disclose none of that because that's stand up, that's righteous. You around here telling nobody what's going on. You dig? But absolutely, man. I watched that brother develop. You know, you understand? And you know, did his thing. He did his thing and found his lane. And hey, if you don't want to catch fire in this lane, stay out of his lane. You only gonna catch fire in any of our lane because we trailblazing. That's why. All right. So yeah, some peace to the God. That's my brother, man. Got mad love for the Ak. You dig? Mad love for the Ak. And all my brothers and sisters, man. You dig? We ain't parrots. We not aiming to be like one another. You an individual. Most High made you the way you are. Perfect that. So yeah, absolutely. Salute to the house of YAH'KI HICKMAN. Absolutely. Nehemiah, big homie, talk to us. Samaj say, hey, what'd you say? I just watched a video of an Asian frying sauteed rat and ate it.
Oh, no.
Because I bet you did, boy. Go ahead, Nehemiah. What you got? Talk to us, brother.
Man,
We're gonna go into more. We're gonna go into more about the calendar and all that. We're gonna get into Exodus and read how the account Exodus. Like if everybody claiming that it's law, then you got to keep it how we read in Exodus. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna go on record and say it right now. Ain't Nam N-A-M ain't Nam Negro in this earth keeping Passover how it is stipulated in Exodus 12, especially you men that's in these congregations and camps in the West. None of y'all doing it. None of y'all. And I challenge every last one of y'all on it. We gonna go over it tomorrow. All right? It's a certain way you supposed to be eating that. And if you ain't eating it like that, even though we just read Jeremiah that the Creator never commanded it. That we read, right, Nehemiah? The Creator never.
Yeah.
All right? He never commanded. So when we go read the story as if he did command it, if you're going to hold and say, well, hold on, we got to keep the Passover like we did the first time. Y'all, when we bring this out tomorrow, and share it with your brothers and sisters that you may still be cool with. And ask them, are we eating the Passover like this? And when they be like, well, no, you know, not technically enough, brother, then how is we even running our mouths? You're not keeping that law to the letter. You're not specifically keeping that law. You're doing it how you want to do it, right? You see, today we show a few examples of what? A fleshless Passover. Did we or did we not, Nehemiah?
We did. I ain't seen no judgments or condemnation either.
Me either. Latrey said I need an appointment, brother. I just not financial day. Yeah, Latrey, we can always get something going until then, bro. You know, just detox. You know, get on some berries or something. Deal with berries 1 week, berries and spring water, and then deal with the melon family the next week. Do you like 2 weeks or 30 days of just fruits and water?
And deep breathing. Got to get that breathing in.
Yeah. Don't forget you got to get that move. You got to charge up. But whatever it is, whatever you're sick of, that can be expelled about it. That can be expelled about it. You understand? Proper prayer and proper what we call live it or diet, it all got to go. Because your body's electromagnetic. You're electrical. That what spirit is electricity, energy. And that's never lost. It's simply transferred. You understand? So once you get the proper knowledge on how to properly, charge up through the breathing, through the meditation, you understand, through the hand, laying on the hands, and all that, and then down to the diet. Down to the diet, man. You dig? I'm telling you, we didn't seen it. We didn't seen brothers and sisters in the chat. Reverse. I'm talking about just stop eating those processed foods and all that, and just got back to the fruits and looking at it. 60 days, everything out of there. I'm talking about major league sicknesses like diabetes, the death sentence, kidney failure. We got to be on dialysis, another death sentence. You have them grapes, some seeded grapes, Imam. Latrey, you in the right spot. You dig? Whatever you need, y'all reach out to Set Apart Living. I think Imam prepares something every day. Every time I look on the meta or the book, she making something plant-based. You understand? There's brothers and sisters out there with the teas and all that too. You dig? Get you together. Like some people, some people are more expensive than others, but where there's a will, you can find the right brother or sister that has results. All right. And it's affordable. That's it. Until then, but on the real life, do it yourself. Do it yourself. Get on them fruits. Get on them fruits. You dig? Do you about a good 30 days of spring water. Don't do no cooked foods, no nothing. And then if you got to go back to the doctor, then go back to the doctor and check your levels. Get your labs and see how much your levels then got back to normal and you straight. Yeah. And y'all, what I'm saying is there ain't nothing in this earth that can't be cured. The power of the Creator and a proper, in a proper diet or proper living, you can get rid of whatever. Okay, but I do need your number. Trey, you sent me your number before. I think it may be in the email, but email me again. I send it to me. I'm gonna make sure I lock you in this go around. Email me at. Please forgive me, bro. I'll be having so many. Yeah, we can get it. We can definitely get some type of sessions or whatever, bro. It's all good. That's what it's about. Nehemiah, you got something for us to talk to?
No, it's all good, bro. I'm sitting there tired. I'm gonna sleep at my desk.
All right, well, look, pick us a psalm or something, bro. Let's get up out of here.
Get that Psalm 67 for me, bro. Can you do that for your brother?
I'll read it for you, absolutely. Absolutely.
Psalm 67.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I just want to put y'all too, let y'all know, man, and you know, we've been praying for moms, you know, that she was been on hospice. But I just got news this week. I was sharing it with a few people that they want to do some blood work. They might even be taking her off hospice. She's healing well. She's eating solid food again, you know. She's talking, very alert. I'm talking about I've been up there every day. My sister brought us some fruits up there. Man, I mean,
hallelujah, brother.
I can't believe it. I don't know what it is and the end game is, but I'm just grateful with the power that I see right now.
The Most High is marvelous, bro. And we always got to be there in the gap for each other. Believe that, man. You know what I mean? That's what it's about, bro.
So I want to thank all y'all for y'all prayers. I want y'all to always know y'all prayers are not in vain.
Not at all. Not at all, bro. And don't be afraid. Like, don't be afraid either, y'all, to, like, you know, to go into them hospitals and lay hands on your peoples and pray for them. You understand? Build their spirit up. Get them laughing. You know, lay your hands on them. Hey, pray loud. Get the spirits moving up in that deal. You dig? One thing about this walk, you can't be embarrassed. Won't no type of healing go forth if you scared and tiptoeing through the tulips, noodle back and undecided. No, you gotta really believe this thing. You know what I mean? And on the real, that's like, I believe, like the second time, like, you know what I mean? Mom was on her deathbed, if I ain't mistaken.
No, she been there a few times. Like in the last 6 months, she been there a lot.
Yeah,
and
you know.
This time that she put in the hospital, her oxygen had dropped way below 60. Her blood pressure was like 50 over 20. That's barely a pulse.
See, sis say, do we have a prayer group? What we have, sis, is prayer requests. You know what I mean? Email us. I'll make sure you get on Nehemiah's list. And then we always send out prayer requests in a group. You dig? And then we all touch and agree to see the Most High move wonders, move mountains. And it happened. You know what I mean? So just email us, and then I can just make sure that get forwarded over to Nehemiah. Or you can email Nehemiah directly, y'all. You know what I mean? You get forward right over to Nehemiah, and then, you know what I mean? Whenever it's time for some type of prayer, Nehemiah send it out, and we collectively as a group get it done. All right? I'll praise the glory now. Nehemiah, you say Psalm 67?
Yeah.
All right, so we bring all the brothers and sisters, all our fathers and mothers, all our children, all our vehicles, all our dwelling places, our mind, body, and spirits. We bring before the creator of heavens and the many worlds without ends. When we touch and agree to see a miracle, we touch and agree to see massive healing. We touch and agree to see peace. We come against all the wars in the earth. We shut them down, break them, and break the bow of the battle out of this earth. In the power, name, and authority of the creator of heaven and earth, we come against every plague, every sickness, every so-called bodily plague, every unclean spirit. We bind you up, of course, it can't be broken, and we order you back to the pits of darkness where you belong, because the gates of hell will never prevail against us. In the power, name, and authority of Yahushua, the mighty Messiah, we stand, we touch and agree to see massive healings. You see that? Y'all see how COVID just disappeared? Because we've been praying against it. We come against COVID-19, the Omicron, the Gamma variant, the Delta variant, the flu, asthma, whatever it may be. We break its will off of our lives. The adversary has no authority, no power, no jurisdiction over any of us. We are sons and daughters of the Creator, sons and daughters of the Most High Power. No unclean spirit, no so-called sickness, no so-called plague. None of it has authority over us. And we touch and agree. We touch and agree. Where 2 or 3 are gathered, the spirit of the Creator is there. Or it's more than 2 or 3 of us. We touch and agree to see the Most High move on the level to where mountains move, to where mountains are brought low and valleys are exalted. Power, name, and authority. We choose to hear doctors baffled in their reports in the name, power, and authority of the Creator. Hallelujah. Psalm 67. The Most High permission. You're supposed to heat up in this deal. Pray till you feel your body heat up. Now we got motion. Psalm 67. The Most High permission. To the chief musician on Nigger North. A psalm. The Creator be merciful unto us and bless us and cause his face to shine upon us. Say loud. That thy way may be known upon earth, thy saving health among all nations. Let the people praise thee, O Yah. Let all the people praise thee. Let the nations be glad and sing for joy, for thou shalt judge the people righteously and govern the nations upon earth. Say loud. Let the people praise thee, O Yahweh. Let all the people praise thee. Then shall the earth yield her increase, and the Creator, even our power, shall bless us. Yahweh shall bless us, and all the ends of the earth shall fear him. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Say la.
Say la.
Yahoo.
Yahoo. Hallelujah.
Praise and glory and honor to the Most High. Believe that, y'all. Pray to you, pray to you heat up. Pray to you understand? Pray till you feel the spirit moving up in you. Yeah. Then when you got that motion going, make your request known to the Almighty in full faith. It's on the way. Believe that. You understand? So all praises, glory, and honor to the Most High. Nehemiah, any last words before we get up out of here, brother?
No, bro. Hey, listen, man. When I tell you I am at the most humblest, gratefulest, appreciative place in my life for everybody that has prayed. And regardless, today she here. And tomorrow looks promising. And that's the best we can say for anything. You know what I'm saying? And I thank the Most High for time and space that I shared. I thank the Most High for y'all, the fellowship, the prayers, the camaraderie. Bro, I have never, ever felt so good in my life. Of course, there's pain, but bro, remember she told me when I first came around, y'all, she said, look, you good right here.
Yeah.
Something.
Absolutely. Remember it like it was yesterday, y'all.
She said, hey, you good right here.
Over 15 years. I remember it like it was yesterday.
Because she, we didn't know, we thought we was a ship without a sail in the land. You heard me? I said, Mama, I done found these brews.
You heard me? It's been on ever since, brother. Abundant blessings. You and your family, brother. Believe that, know that. We all a body, so
Oh, let me add this though. Regardless of what's going on, another grandbaby on the way.
Man, bro.
Now that's two. Yeah, boy, baby J, boy. Baby J and Jasmine. The year is young, brother. So
exactly. Baby J and Jasmine, huh?
Well, these kids ain't playing, brother.
Bless your house, brother, abundantly. You did. But that's what's up, bro. Go ahead and get you some rest. I know you've been doing your thing. Let's try to be live tomorrow around 1 Central Standard Time.
All right, I've been in training, so I'm probably gonna see Mom earlier or later.
Yeah,
but, in time for class.
We're gonna jump into the actual Exodus story, and we're gonna pull up the calendar tomorrow. We're gonna pull up the calendar tomorrow on that email set apart living. Have on. You know what I mean? Any of y'all that ever want to get on, and just chop it up. This is a show, you know what I mean? Like, it ain't like I gotta be the only one always talking. You dig? So if anybody ever want to get on and share their testimonials or whatever, y'all know it's all good. You know what I mean? Much love. You dig? So go ahead and get you some rest. Let's try to be up around 1 p.m. tomorrow. This just was a teaser, but we went older today, Nehemiah. We went into the Septuagint. We went to the Peshitta. We went to the Gospel of the Holy 12. You understand? the actual Septuagint. You talking about 333 BC before the Common Era. All right, that's older than your Masoretic text. That your Old Testament comes from the Masoretic text in your KJV. All right, the Septuagint is the older Old Testament than the one that you have, and why it reads a little different. All right, it went to the Peshitta, which is also translated from the Aramaic. You know what I mean, into English, not the Greek and the English, whatever, but the Aramaic, and that's older than your Masoretic. And Jeremiah 7:21 and 22 read different in there. Right? Then finally we went to the Gospel of the Holy 12 or the Gospel of the Nazarene and showed that the Messiah and his family kept Passover, but after the manner of their brethren. Right? Their brethren is not the priestly faction that ruled the nation. Their brethren or the Essenes or the Nazarenes and Nazarene, the brothers in them who did not eat the flesh, who didn't drink the blood. All right. Then we went to the Passover from the Gospel of the Nazarene perspective, and the Messiah said, what? My mission is to destroy all blood sacrifices and the eating of the flesh. All right. So we just hit a few spots and showed how y'all keep Passover and ain't no flesh. Easy work. That's easy. That's easy work. So all praise and glory now to the Most High. On first day of unleavened bread is April the 3rd. All right. That makes sense because the first day of spring is March 20th. All right. I know a camp keeping Passover March 15th. They already announced, like all the dates are already fumbling out there, and everybody got different dates, just like last year and every year before that. All right. And I'm asking brothers, I'm like, y'all know it ain't even been a year yet. Like, how's y'all having Passover? We kept Passover last year, y'all, was March 28th. Some did 26. All right. Well, you got these same cats about to do Passover on March 15th, and then you got somebody else doing Purim on March 15th. You know, Purim is a whole month before the Passover. Then they're going to do the Passover on April 15th. But that's still over. That's over a year from last year. So you either going over 364 days or you coming short of 364 days. You see? So we're going to pull up Jubilees, a little bit of that tomorrow too. We're going to really get into the Exodus account, the Exodus 12, about how the Passover lamb is to be eaten. It's going to blow your mind. Dang. And they ask you, have I ever ate a Passover lamb like that? Nah, you ain't. When you hear how you supposed to be eating it, you're going to be like, good night. All praise and glory now to the Most High. About to get up off here. Love all y'all deed in truth. Stay strong, stay vigilant, stay prayed up. All right? Yeah, I will talk to y'all sooner than later. Pray for me as I continue to pray for y'all. Yahoo.
Yahoo. Shalom, Israel.
Shalom. Shalom.